better this way.
Happens.
Hello.
Okay, and I will record this session today, so that is cool. I don't know to whom I'm gonna show because every time I have a concern for privacy.
Mm.
Okay, guys, so another 4 minutes, yeah? Get your coffee ready or whatever you need.
Yeah, it's okay.
My coffee is arriving, my wife is just prepared. Okay,
Good.
nice. Thank you very much. Like this, you're gonna have Youri overexcited. Mr. Stay Free, what is your name, brother?
Sorry?
What is your name?
Robert.
Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, Robert. Yes, I think I remember now.
Yeah.
Just by memory, are you born in Bulgaria and staying in UK?
No, I am Hungarian and I live in UK. Yeah.
Hungarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too far. But you see, it's okay.
Yeah.
Memory came back. But because your nickname is very unique, it's very easy to remember.
Yeah.
Well chosen. Stay free.
Yeah.
No, because I'm a rebellious guy, so anything to do with freedom, I'm two hands with.
Yeah.
Free mind. So nice to meet you, Robert.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Youri.
So I don't know how many guys will join. Let's see, but we will begin on time, as usual.
Today.
Let me try something. If I, oh never mind, we do it later. What time is it? We are
1 minute.
away. 1 minute to go. Yeah. Okay. So you, Fred, you tried and you got addicted, huh?
Yes.
you don't miss a meeting, huh?
Yes. Yes, I love this meeting.
Great. So maybe you share some news, hopefully, some good news.
Well. Not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah, I try a lot.
Okay.
So recently, I used to go back in the dream, wake up, remember the dream, and trying to make the cycle, and then go back in the dream.
You try to do that.
I not really try, but I go back in the dream, in the previous dream.
You mean that is your result?
Yeah.
But you don't keep lucidity when you're back to the dream.
In the middle.
In the middle. Okay, but you explained this
Yeah.
maybe in a short while. looks like by the feel of it, I think we're gonna be lucky. I mean, lucky, unlucky. We are not too many, so that is great.
Yeah.
13.
So it's like I know I'm getting back in the dream, and then little by little, it's like I lose lucidity and keep dreaming.
Ah, so you get it, but you lose it, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, guys. So I think it's time to begin. So let's do it. It's already
yeah.
8:01. So then the latecomers, they are latecomers. The one who is late is always wrong. So
Thank you for you remember, because I was not sure if it was 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. here, so it was good to have your reminders
oh,
this
guys,
morning.
small question. Did you guys receive all the invitations? There was about 5 reminders in the calendar and then by email.
Yeah, yeah,
It
Yes,
didn't go
yeah.
to spam for anybody of you?
No, 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 no.
it's fine, it's
No.
fine.
It
No,
didn't go
not,
to spam. You didn't receive any of my email inside spam?
no,
No.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. But if in case you receive anything in spam, let me know.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to do my best, but sometimes things go to spam and I can't control the stuff in Google. So it's really out of my hands
Nobody,
very often.
nobody can.
Yeah, they change things. I refuse to control it actually. I'm done. So what I prepared for you guys, you received the email where I give you about 15 over 10 things I would like to go through. You have seen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did all of you go to those who didn't attend the previous classes? Did you go to the front page, and did you go through the technique that I present there?
Yeah, probably, yeah, I think.
Yeah. How many of you?
We did it.
Everybody?
I
Yeah.
think I did.
Okay, but if you didn't do, then okay, Jane say yes. Yeah, you can post messages. I can read them, so that is great. Yeah, just say yes. It will appear, and I can have a quick feel of what is going on. So if you didn't do well, go there. There is a technique presented. It's free access, so you can do it. Okay. And on one hand, you can ask me questions about that technique. So if you don't understand the full process, why you do certain things inside this approach upon awakening, and with these techniques of based on senses, visual, sounds, touch, mainly. If you don't understand how it works, or you didn't understand the intricate details of it, let me know. And if you try to perform and maybe you met some difficulties, so you can ask me questions about that. So if you don't mind, so that will be the first part. So let's spend anything between 15 minutes to we can go to 45 minutes on that. And then I propose maybe we can go through questions. Maybe you have some personal questions. If we see how many people, because some people will be late probably. If not too many people, then we can probably go through everybody. If you have a question, we can treat your question. Spend 5 minutes per person maybe. That will be another 1 hour 45 minutes, and then we do another 45 minutes or maybe more time to go through the points that I propose for you to do today. Okay, so depending, if we spend less time on the first part on treating the technique on the website, but we have more time for questions. If you have less questions, then we have more time for the bullet points I would like to propose to you. And then maybe I can propose the bullet points, and then maybe we can put priority and say, or maybe somebody of you say, okay guys, there's 15, but I really want to do number 12 because I'm worried that we will not reach it. You know, because we expanded, and maybe the last bullet points we can't go through because I plan 3 hours. Okay, so 1 hour and a half, and then we take a break. Those who have to go back home do something else, then you go, and then we take a break for about 15 minutes, have a coffee, have a drink, go to the toilet, then we come back and we do another 1 hour and a half or 1 hour. We see how we feel. Okay, is it okay with everybody?
Yep.
Nobody is in a hurry. Yeah.
It's
Okay?
okay.
Is okay? All right. So
Good.
let's. Yeah. Anybody wants to say anything? Any comment? It's interactive. Yeah. It's not a recorded session. I'm Leo.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Somebody said hello. Hi. Okay. So
Hi.
anybody? No comment. Is okay with everybody? Craig. Yeah. Craig, you need to unmute if you are muted. Craig, you want to talk? No, it's okay. Okay. So if it's fine, okay. So anybody can raise hand. So I see most of you have muted the microphone. So just don't forget to unmute the microphone before you start talking, so we don't get you, like in a Chinese movie. Okay. So if somebody already attended the class, the techniques, if you want to ask some questions, I'm open to listen to you now. So let's go. Just unmute and go on. If it's too many people talking same time, I will tell you. Craig, you wanted to say something just now, or was it just a hello?
So Yuri, I gotta be start first if you don't mind, or Freddy, if you wanna go first,
No,
go.
no,
I don't
go
mind
on.
who's gonna be.
Robert, go on. Yeah.
So yeah, so for me the most difficult part is to realize that I am in a dream. I mean, several times I got, like I wake up, I realize that I am dreaming, and I was too excited, and I just straight away hit out from to waking state. So my problem is not to do an intent, but just like when I read through your techniques, to realize that I'm in a dream. And then after, if I realize that I can, do the practice stuff, but I cannot achieve all the time that state to be get realizing. So I'm wondering what is gonna be the process to be get there to realize that you are in dreaming.
Okay. Okay. So when you go through the techniques, did you understand the function, the primary function of a technique? There is three technique mentioned, right? The visual, the passive observation, passive listening, screening the sounds one by one, looking for the strange sound, or passive observation, and the phantom movement, or this or sense of touch, moving the hand, or try to make the hand penetrate the mattress, or to create a phantom hand. Did you understand the primary function of a technique? What is that?
Yes,
Can you tell everyone what
yes.
is that?
So when you wake up in a midnight, you're not moving, and in less certain times you do the several techniques, which is gonna be help you to when you because that time when you wake up, you get fall into sleep, and then when you do this, then you can maybe some of them is work for you, and then you can realize that you are dreaming.
Yeah, so what I want you to focus on, maybe you just said maybe it worked for you. What does it mean that a technique is working?
Uh, Maybe it's helping you to get aware of you are dreaming. So I mean, I think the reason why you put more techniques in there because not every technique is work to everyone, isn't it?
Okay, Robert. Okay, so you need to write it down on the paper. We can talk
Yeah.
about it a little bit longer in a more lengthy way. The primary function of a technique is to detect the dream state. This is
Okay.
something that you didn't get clear in your mind. So while you are in your bed, as you wake up and you perceive your body, what I propose is to do not assume that you perceive your physical body. It could be already the dream body, or you could be transitioning from your body to your dream body, and you are not aware of the process. So for you to get aware of the process, or for you to get
Yep.
aware where you are, Are you in a physical reality or you are in a dreaming reality? Have you already shifted to the dream state or not? Techniques are your friends. So techniques are detectors. They detect where you are. So if you are doing a passive observation behind your closed eyelids and suddenly you realize that you see with your closed eyelids something, that means that you are in the dream state. If you are if you are passively listening, doing the passive auditory screening, and all of a sudden you hear a sound that's not supposed to be there, that means that you are in the dream state. If with the technique of phantom movement of the hands, all of a sudden your hand goes through the mattress, it is not possible in physical reality. That means that you are in a dreaming reality. Okay, so technique is always giving you a yes or a no. It's a binary thing. Yes, no. If it's a yes, hand going through the mattress, your pillow is telling you, Robert, you are dreaming, or you are seeing the stars with your closed eyes. That means you are in the dream, and in this case, you have to stand up and habitually, I propose to make a reality check. So, and close your nostrils, try to breathe through.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the point that you have not gotten clearly. Techniques are detectors. It's like a radar. You wake up and you start to listen, but you don't listen only with your ears. You listen with your touch. You listen with your eyes. You listen. You could be listening even with your nose. If you start smelling roses in your room with closed rooms, with closed windows, it could be the dream state too. You see what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you,
So
Youri. Thank you.
you got it clearly.
Yeah.
So okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Two things can happen as you are performing techniques. You could just detect and then you are still in bed feeling your body. So upon realization the technique became positive, you are in the dream state, hence normally you are already in possession of your dream body, so you just stand up from the bed. That is um, one variation of what could have happened. Second variation, as you are performing technique, the dream state will transport you somewhere else. And you just land in the dream state. You could be landing in the forest, landing in the bathroom, landing in front of the mirror, landing in another country, on another planet. It doesn't matter where. And you keep lucidity awareness with you. So either you are still in bed and then you have to stand up from the bed, or you are transported somewhere else and then you don't have to stand up because you are already somewhere else. Okay, so two things will happen there. Okay, only two. So this is the two things to expect. So if you are still in bed but you can see the stars with closed eyes, stand up. If you are floating in the air, well, enjoy the trip. Okay. Okay, next question, guys. Who is next? Anybody wants to go?
Youri,
Yes, Fred.
during your course, on your site, you said that before the three techniques, you can try to imagine you are in another place, in front of a mirror or something.
Yep.
So yeah, I tried that too,
And
and I stay in my bed.
you stayed in your bed. Okay. But how many times you tried?
Okay. I try maybe 3 or 4 times a week,
No,
5 times a week.
no, I mean,
Ah,
how many times you tried to do this separation or teleportation immediately upon awakening? How many times you tried?
yes, quite a lot of time.
Okay, but try it. Keep
Hmm.
trying. It definitely works.
Yeah.
It definitely works. It worked for me. It worked for many people, and it's a nice thing because usually, you know, when you are once you have achieved the correct state, once you have shifted to the dream state, you usually you want to achieve a certain goal, and then to achieve a certain goal, usually it is associated with a certain location. If you want to meet an
Yes,
angel, the
okay.
angel is in Angel City. If you want to meet your loving partner that is in another city, you have to transport yourself to another city. You know, if you want to meet you get what I mean. You know, the goal and the location are kind of interrelated.
Okay.
So transporting directly from the beginning to the desired location has an obvious advantage, right?
Okay.
You are directly there.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to visit the moon. I failed many times, but so I directly separate, teleport. I detect the dream state while I'm still in bed. I intend to be on the moon. Boom! I am about I was about few kilometers from the moon. It's very startling though.
Okay.
So be prepared to be transported, and so it's very startling in the sense that you have the sensation of being in bed, and all of a sudden you will be transported somewhere standing or floating. So the quick sensory sensation can be a little bit startling, and it can startle you to come back to the bed to wake up. So be prepared for the for the transportation to happen. Very fast. Like it takes a second or two. So you will get used to it. The quick sensation, quick change of situation, sensation. But be prepared. When it happens, it's sudden and startling.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody
Thank you.
else? You are welcome. Anybody else? Any related question to the technique?
Can anybody hear me?
So we have Fred, Robert, Dada, Norbert, Mauro, Craig, Jane. I'm gonna say all your names. Menakshi. I see all of you right now. Sukanya, Mr. Wilson, Joseph, Barbara, I think, right? Barbara, if not mistaken. Joseph, Mr. T, I don't know. Watches, Perrin, Dennis, Rocky. Okay, am I fast enough? Leora, Grain, Tercia, Hardesh. Anybody else has a question related to the technique? This is the moment for you to clarify any point. Or am I? Yeah.
I do. I just want to be clear. So it's like as you're falling asleep, you like tell yourself where you want to be, and then you close your eyes and try and like follow yourself into the dream state. Is that it?
So are you talking about intending to go to a place? You are referring to what we have just spoken about. Is it correct?
Yeah. What you've just spoken about. Like you do it just.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you basically, okay, like you are daydreaming. You can close your eyes and you can imagine yourself on the beach, or if you're playing piano, but you do it in your head.
But you're saying do this like just before you go to sleep, or now, or
No. We are talking about you didn't do the technique. You didn't learn the technique on my website on the front page. You didn't do it? Yeah,
I
that's
read
why
it.
you read. No, there's a video course there. You didn't do it. That's why you feel maybe a little bit lost. So
No, I looked at the website, but maybe I missed it. I don't know.
no, there's like a big video course. It's interactive. You can press my hands, etc.
Oh no,
It's
I
about
missed
1 hour
the
long.
video.
Yeah, but that's
I know
why
exactly what you mean, and I didn't press play. Is that it? I need to do that first.
That's why you're a little bit lost there. Okay, so it's
You know what? Is it better if I do that first and come back to the next one?
No. Please stay here. Please stay here. We're not gonna do only that. Don't worry. We're gonna
Okay.
discuss that technique for those who did it, and then we're gonna move to other things.
Okay,
So don't
great.
worry. It's not gonna be only about that. No. Stay here. Stay here. I appreciate your presence. No, so the technique is upon awakening. It's the easiest approach because upon awakening, the moment you wake up, you are very, very close to the dream state. So with very, very mild effort, you can re-shift back to the dream state. You see, so it's the easiest approach rather than doing reality checks the whole day, you know, trying to train your brain to take a new habit, and sometimes your subconscious mind refuses to take a new habit for many days or weeks or a year. That is not always easy. Or to do the, you know, kind of meditation, going from waking state to sleeping state. So you need to change the chemistry of the body, and you need to change the brain frequencies. You know, you need to go to the REM period of sleep, and usually, especially adults, they are more going to the non-REM sleep first, while young generation go to the REM first and then non-REM, 3 stages, and then they finish up the sleeping cycle by REM sleep again. So for you to hit the dreaming stage with the meditative kind of approach is not very easy. But when you wake up, you just came out of it. So it's very easy for you to re-jump back into the dream state. That is why I told you guys go. It's a short form, but it's very the potency is there. So and then the first thing, you know, I just tell you this is you wake up and you just visualize yourself somewhere else. And if you do it well, you have 50% chance to be there. You know, I mean 50% chance. You know, it's maybe a little bit stretched, depending on people. You know, but you can without any technique, you just visualize yourself at a location. But so the good way to visualize yourself at a location, engage with all the 5 senses. So if you visualize yourself walking on the beach, feel the sand, hear the water, smell the sea, the iodine, you know, take some water and taste the water, you know. What else am I missing as senses? Visual, sound, the 5 senses. Okay. So engage. The more engagement you have, the better. You know.
Can you guys hear my mic now?
Okay. So that is for the immediate separation. I say separation because it's not a separation. Upon awakening, as a technique. Okay.
Okay. Can you guys hear my mic now?
Huh?
Can you hear my mic now?
Sorry, can you say a little bit louder?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear my mic now?
Yes, Craig. Yes, absolutely. Go on.
Okay. I was wondering, is there any physical restrictions like back injury or something like that? Would there be any physical restrictions prohibiting you entering that state, or is it just an unresting sleep? I have vivid dreams all the time. I just can't. Once in a blue moon, I'll be lucid, and then I wake up immediately.
But you see, Craig, the answer is contained in your question. You say, "Oh, sometimes I have lucid dreams," right? So you have vivid dreams. So the answer is contained in your question actually. In your personal experience, nothing prevented you from experiencing awareness inside your dreams, right? Yeah. So I do not see any like physical limitation there, unless what kind of limitation it could be. But something, for example, if you want, for example, practice kind of a meditation. For example, let's say you want to go from waking state to sleeping state. So one physical limitation I see there. Let's say you have back pain, tooth pain. I don't know. You have spasms, you know, or you have some injuries, you know. So in this case, it will be more difficult for you to focus, to get your focus out of the body. So you sit down and you are fully awakened, or you lay down and you are fully awakened, you close your eyes, you start to make the effort, but your attention goes to your shoulder pain, you know. So that would be a disturbance. It will not stop you as you go, as long as you go, your attention will obviously shift to the dreaming state, and in the dreaming state it will have absolutely almost 99% nothing to do with your body. Your consciousness will shift to another reality, so it has nothing to do with the body.
Okay, so it's more of an issue of focus, like you're saying.
More of a focus. So, but you see, so body can drag your attention there, and you're like, trying to meditate, and you can't because you have a pain, But that thing is out of the picture upon awakening, because upon awakening your attention is still 50, 60, 70, 90% or 100% still in the dream state. So your pain is not really there. You have a back pain, but you wake up and you don't feel your back pain for the first 5-10 seconds. You see, because you are still in the dream state. Okay, maybe maybe some guys have some brain injuries. Maybe those guys, maybe they have some problem with sleeping or some brain disorder. Okay, maybe I would think something like that. But other than that, no. You dream. That's all I need to know. You have dreams. Be my patient. Be my guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Not patient. Okay. Is it okay? Correct?
Yeah,
okay.
Very far and few in between, but then as soon as I do reach lucidity, I wake up. So some of the techniques you've described on your page to maintain, I'll try those.
Okay. So shall we? Anybody else want to ask anything?
Hi Youri, it's Jane. Hi everyone. Just wanted to say the technique works well for me. I do set my alarm for about 5 a.m. Get up, get a drink, go back to sleep, and try to go back into the dream.
Jane, sorry, is it okay to if we see you? I really appreciate seeing you guys. It's Christmas, New Year. If you don't mind, unless you are shy. Yeah, it would be nice to. Yeah, great. You are beautiful. You see, with beautiful colors.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. So how did it work for you? Nice to see you.
Hi. Yeah. Really well. Really well. I had a dream that wasn't lucid, but I was dreaming about becoming lucid, and I had guides talking to me how to do this.
Okay.
So getting there.
Okay, but can you share us how the technique has worked for you? Because that's what you said, right?
Yeah. For me, I think often it's the visual things, so nightmares or things that are just wrong, scenarios that triggers it for me a lot of the time.
So it's not my techniques that helped you, or
Yeah, I've come to you recently this week actually, but yeah, they're helping.
They're helping, but not sure how.
I can't put it into words. It's difficult. But I find, like, if I wake up early in the morning and then have that intention to have that visual or something sensory that's wrong in the dream, that I know that it's not a dream.
So you start to recognize. So yours is more of you start to recognize the dream state for what it is. Your consciousness start to penetrate the dream state. You start to put a foot there, right? Feels good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's good. So it's seeping in. It's very good. Yeah. It's you will see it. It will only grow. If you never stop practicing, these things will just grow and grow and grow, and you will start to recognize, like you mentioned, the nightmares or situations that seem to be a little bit of off. or you will start to have repetitions of situations. So you will have very personal repetitions of very personal events, and you will start to make association between those events and you checking where you are. You see, that is very personal. So what situations you are facing are personal situations, and you will start to associate. Oh, I am there. Am I dreaming? Oh, I am dreaming. Okay, UP, let's go. You know, and it will just
Yeah.
build up, build up, build up, and you will see over the years. Just remember what I told you. You will see. You will just build up, build up, build up, build up. But the moment it's already started, it's good. So check out the technical part. So it can help you with to have another foundation to help you to achieve exactly the same result. So that recognizing the dream state thanks to the purple ostrich that is proposing you to have a beer with her is good, but and besides that, besides the situations that are a little bit funny, dreamy, to have a technical foundation is also good, because it can bring you stable results, certain stable results per week or per month. It's a nice addition. You know, you can always come back to the techniques and do them. You know, and it's something technical stuff is something that is very easy to put into words, because the dreaming stuff you have to study, right? You need to know the situations, etc., etc. You will study over the years, over the months, etc. But the technical stuff you learn in 1 hour, and then you just practice. You just need to get it under your skin, so it's very fast. You see, so you don't have to wait years, months. It's techniques you learn, and it's a nice addition. So I would still ask you guys to learn the techniques and put it somewhere in the future. You will need to find out a harmony in the techniques. Do not get too much attached to the techniques as well. Yes, I said that. So it's a bit contradictory. I'm telling you, oh, have a basis and abandon. But I'm being honest, you know, because the techniques are a little bit, you know, you have to make efforts, etc. But each of you will actually, over time, develop your own way of doing things, and it's important, because what will work for you will not work for somebody else. So, but the technical foundation will help you to bring you there. You have to start somewhere. So we have a technical foundation which can be equal to everybody, and then from that you will find which techniques will work better, or you will take technique and you will modify a little bit because you like it. Like I had a student before, he said, oh, I do your techniques, they work well, but I make a prayer, they work even better. I tell him, great, make a prayer, you know, to whoever. He was an Indian guy from India, and he said, yeah, I make a prayer to Ganesh, and wow, it works so much better now. I said, yeah, great, great. Whatever helps you to focus your, I mean, in my head, I was thinking whatever helps you to focus your intent, to make it work better, to make things more positive, and make your intent positive without hesitation, because you know the dream state will mimic whatever goes through your head. So if you have a hesitation, the dream state, oh, you think it's not gonna work, okay, I give you it's not working, so you don't recognize the dream state, you know. That is what's going on deep inside, you know. So yeah. So yeah, Jane, so that is do you want to say anything else, Jane?
I can't think of anything, thank you.
Is okay? Okay, fine. All right.
Well, I was wondering, has anybody ever experienced a shared lucid dream? Like, can you actually interact with other lucid dreamers, or is it all personal?
You asking to me, Craig?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm fully honest. I did not do that. Me personally. Okay. I will never tell you something I didn't do. I tell you only the truth and only. But I had experiences of getting information of something that I'm not supposed to know. And you will not see the relationship immediately between your question is what I say, but I explain to you why it is something that is related. When you have a shared experience in the dream state with somebody, the only way for you to double check the reality of the experience is to meet in the morning, and you have to talk about it, and you need to go through the details, minute details. Maybe you check what clothes. You don't tell him what clothes was I wearing, or what was the time. What was it night? Was it the day? So you check all of these details. Go really through the details, and if you find differences, you will have a doubt. You will start to have a doubt. Maybe for me it was the night, and for you it was the day. But maybe some other things where there was coherence with other things.
Right, the differences could be just a matter of perspective.
Yeah, true, exactly. And the dreaming, and we are victims of our perception very often. Presented the same reality, two pair of eyes are not seeing the same thing, not the same colors, not the same reality. So it could be that too. You're absolutely right. But I have experienced dream states where I have got information about something else. So it's getting information about the other person. It's all, everything is information, kind of. What do you remember from your experiences of yesterday or even 1 minute ago? It's a memory. Memory is information. So what do you remember from your dream from the last night? Is a memory. Memory is an information. It's a kind of it's a special kind of information that you can visualize. You can see images out of it. You can hear the sounds. Still keeping close inside your head. Some musicians wake up and write something. So shared experience with somebody. Some people report, some famous lucid dreamers, astral projectors, report that. I cannot report that, otherwise I would be lying. But I can tell you some experiences if you want to hear them, where I have got information I was not supposed to know. And so I put it in the same basket of the experience. You get information, or you share information with another dreamer, and you have the same experience, so you share the same kind of information. So I put it in the same basket. So I say it is possible, but it is very rare, and it's a little bit of a spooky thing, and it's not very easy to set up, and it's not very easy to repeat. Okay. Otherwise, everyone will become a millionaire playing lotto, and having the numbers from the dream state and getting information about the future. But we know now that we don't have an overflow of millionaires because they do astral projection or lucid dreaming. Some report, yes, I found the numbers, okay, but so did other people who didn't do lucid dreaming. But we don't have millions, we don't have thousands of lucid dreamers playing lotto and getting the right numbers, right? So I'm being honest, okay? You might like it, you might not like it, but okay, But again, I didn't go completely blunt and said it's not possible, because I had personal experience where I did. But again, the extent of subconscious mind is not very well known. And the information that we are capable to capture and analyze, we are not very good in it. I mean, in knowing the internal power that we have, this power is enormous. The subconscious mind is enormous. The process power of reality is enormous. So yeah.
Right, my question was, and you answered it, my question was more along the lines, because on your site you say the perception is the same, interaction is the same from when you're awake and when you're dreaming. It's all internal, right? So if that's the case, I was just wondering if you can reach a level where, which you answered it already quite gracefully, but I was wondering, my question was along the lines, can you achieve a state to actually interact in the same way? As awakening.
with somebody.
Yeah.
To interact in the same way.
Yeah, you've answered the question. Where it's not often,
you're talking about interacting, like sharing dreaming, or you're talking about the interaction to be the same in terms of senses?
Yeah, like we're interacting now. I mean, your perception might be different than mine, but we would be able to, collaborate in a lucid form.
Okay, so I'm wondering, because by the way you are explaining everything is you said you have achieved a few lucid dreams, but maybe you have less than 50 or less than 100, right? Something like
I've
that.
got less than 5.
Less than 5. Okay, not so many. Okay,
Yeah.
but from the experience of it, did it feel as real as it is right now for you, or was it a little bit cloudy? How was it?
No, it felt very vivid and real, but
Very real.
Yeah.
Is it as real as it is right now, or was it a little bit more intense?
My memory of it is, it seemed very clear.
I'm more.
I would say more intense. I would say more intense. But
more intense,
very
right?
clear.
Okay. So very often dreamers report that the perception of reality in the dream state is heightened. If this reality is 100%, you will describe the lucid dreaming reality as 120%. And somebody who has never experienced it have no idea what does it mean. You have to experience it once. It's as if somebody came in and gave you the amplifier and, okay, Robert, let's amplify your senses. And you see better, everything is heightened, very...
In my experience, it's more like riding a bicycle for the first time. I fell off right away.
For me, I describe it as a big slap on my face. The first time it happened to me, I was like, what? This is real? Like, I didn't know it was possible, and now I'm like, many guys say, oh, maybe I'm dead. Did I die? Some guys react that way, because it looks so real, and it feels more real than waking reality. I call it a big slap on the face. Okay, guys, I look on the time. So we did 45 minutes now. Anybody else want to ask about the techniques? No question? Shall we move forward? We already kind of moved forward with Robert. We already moved out a little bit from the technical parts of the technique. Of the approach upon awakening, but so this is last chance for you guys to ask if you have technical questions about this, and after that we will start to move to the second part of your personal questions, a little bit like Robert.
Hello, I also have one question to ask about. Are you listening to me?
Yes, Mr. Wilson, I'm listening to you, brother. Where are you located, by the way? In which country are you, brother?
Sorry?
In which country are you?
Uganda.
Uganda. Welcome, Uganda.
Yeah.
Your name is
Thank
Wilson,
you.
right?
Thank you.
Wilson, or how is your name, brother? Wilson, right?
Wilson.
Wilson. Nice
Yes.
to meet you. Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. My question is it's not. I don't know if it's a question, but it is my challenge. It's the challenge that I've been facing since the day I started practicing those those techniques that are found on your website, and those techniques have it is a cycle it has 4 cycles, and that you keep repeating for time. So my problem is it's not. I always fall asleep before finishing like 2 cycles.
Okay.
And that is the only problem I always have, and I don't know. That's why I never blamed the techniques, because I've never achieved them. I've never succeeded to reach the end of those circles. That's why
It's fine. Yeah. Okay.
I cannot. I always blame myself for that. So my problem is I wanted to know if is there any technique, any other technique that can help me stay focused
Don't to fall asleep too fast.
on those techniques.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll sleep too fast. Yeah.
Okay. Did I mention in the I don't remember because it's a shorter version of the whole module one. The module one on my site. Okay. Did I mention in that because I did it I think 3-4 months ago. I start to forget what information I put inside. Did I talk about passive and aggressive state of mind inside or not? You don't remember this concept of being passive or aggressive? No?
Yeah. I think I remember that from the third module. Is it advanced? I don't know. The third module about the
Okay, so you need
before. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I have a little bit of a preference for to having your problem. Then the opposite problem is when you are becoming when you become too awakened. So I prefer your problem where you actually fall asleep. Why? Because if you cannot fall asleep, you will not be capable to shift to the dreaming state at all. So the other guy has a problem of doing the techniques, but the guy is a little bit too aggressive. So after completing 1 minute of efforts, for another 5 minutes or maybe half an hour, or he can't fall asleep at all, then the guy is disturbing sleep, he is getting tired, frustrated, and that is the opposite polarity of what you have just explained. And I don't like that. I like to be healthy. I like to sleep as long as I can, you know. So that is to tell you that your problem is not that bad. It's good. It's good. You are falling asleep means you are relaxed. You are cool. You know you are being gentle, and that is a much better problem than not being capable to fall asleep after the efforts. Okay. Now you want to be a little bit more focused. Okay. The effort that you are making upon awakening is not a meditation. It is not. It is not a relaxation. So somebody like you, we will label you as a deep sleeper. The other guy I talked about, the other polarity, is a light sleeper. So his efforts have to be more like yours. He has to mimic somebody like Wilson. The light sleeper wants to do like Wilson, to fall asleep faster after the efforts, you know. You will need to make efforts a little bit more like the aggressive guy. So that's why I say it's not a meditation, it's not a relaxation. Okay, you need to put your mind very strongly to do the techniques, and to pay attention what does it mean to be to be aggressive, you know. It's not a mild, you know, oh, I'm gonna move my hands slowly in a relaxed way. No, it's like that. But I'm not doing this with my face when I do. Outside you can't see anything, but in my head I'm really moving my hand with a lot of. I'm putting my face so you can understand my effort. When I look through my eyes closed, outside you can't see any effort, but inside, if I feel sleepy, I will be really making an effort to look what's going on. You know. Also, as time goes, your internal state changes. There will be days where you have slept a lot and you will become light sleeper. And there will be days where you will become deep sleeper because the night before you didn't sleep enough. Hence, when you are applying the technique, you can tell before you go to sleep, okay, tonight I'm tired. I will be a deep sleeper. So I need to double my efforts, double my energy. When I will wake up naturally in the middle of the night, I know that I will have difficulty like Wilson and tend to not finish 1 minute and fall asleep. You know it up front. So if you practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you have the same difficulty for 3 days, you need somewhere maybe start to write it down and say, oh, it's been 3 days, I have the same difficulty. So I'm gonna apply what Youri told me. I'm gonna double the effort. And you put as an intent, the next time I wake up, I'm gonna do whatever takes to finish 1 minute. I have one question for you. Have you trained during the daytime? During the day, so you are not sleeping, you are not trying to achieve a lucid dream or astral projection. You just lay down, close your eyes, and you train yourself for 1 minute, or 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. You go through the cycles. Have you done that? No? Try to do it, because if you are not capable to focus for 5 minutes in a waking state, when you are fully awakened, where you are not being dragged by the world of dreams, but if you are not capable to focus for 5 minutes in waking state, you might have difficulty to focus upon awakening, where things are much more shaky. You see what I mean? So your waking life is your training ground. So when you are awakened, train, close your eyes, even with disturbances, maybe your kids or your wife is around doing things, close your eyes, and boom, and you give yourself, boom, 5 minutes of training. So you do 1 minute, but you do it 5 times, wake up, separation, technique 1, technique 2, fake falling asleep, technique 2, technique 3, fake falling asleep, technique 1, technique 3. You can do variations, it doesn't have to be, but start with 1, 2 for fake falling asleep, 1, 2 fake falling asleep. Keep it simple first. When you get the drill with simple things, you can start to do variations after. So train during the day. Train your focus during the day. Okay, Wilson, now 5 minutes non-stop. And then you realize, shit, Youri was right. I'm not capable to do even 1 minute when I'm awakened. I start to think about, I have to go to buy my groceries or something, So train yourself, 5 minutes. It's not long, but keep your focus for 5 minutes, like no tomorrow. No. Sometimes I train like this for 5 minutes. When I'm tired, I start to see hypnagogia. When I'm fully awakened, already the colors, start to see shapes of people appearing as I'm training. It's, from waking state to go to sleeping state, like the direct technique that I didn't teach you guys. Okay, guys, anybody, any question? Other questions?
So I've got a question, but not related to the techniques.
Sure, Norbert. Nice to meet
so
you.
What's the...
Norbert, can I ask you?
Nice to meet you too. Hi.
Where are you from, brother?
I'm from Austria.
Austria. Nice to meet you, brother. Norbert, right?
Yeah.
Norbert.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay.
So how can you tell the difference if you're lucid dreaming or astral projecting?
Oh, this is the question that brings a lot of hot conversations. You go anywhere, you will find a website on astral projection, and you will find a website on lucid dreaming, and these two communities very often are fighting, or they refuse to talk to each other, or they laugh at each other, they don't agree upon, etc. So to all my students, usually I say we don't give a damn about these things, in a sense that we can find the common ground of understanding with the technical approach. So even if you are an astral projector, you're gonna label me how you want it. It does not matter. I do not label it. I call it shifting from waking state to other kind of reality. It can be dream, call it a dream, call it astral projection, whatever. But there is no welcoming community to say, hi Youri, Welcome to astral projection. There is no signpost to tell you turn left for astral projection, turn right for lucid dreaming. There is nothing like that. There is no welcoming committee, not community, committee. There are no Tahiti girls meeting you with flowers. Welcome, you have achieved lucid dreaming. You know, nobody. So, my point, jokes apart, here is that your conclusions will be totally personal, based on your personal experience and perceptions, and it will be influenced by the books you have read, articles, movies you have watched, probably your upbringing by your family, maybe a little bit of spices of religious things, you know, etc., etc. All of that is fashioning who you are, and I have zero criticism against it. You can practice it as you wish, and nobody should stop you there. Absolutely nobody, because lucid dreamers have no proof that astral projection doesn't exist, and astral projectors do not have the proofs that scientists would like to hear as a proper proof of astral projection to be existing. But you will hear stories, you know, guys meeting deceased people, getting information. You know, the experiences are so real, more real than real, that you know, why judge them? You know. So it's answering probably only part of your question, but I would say, you know. If you study lucid dreaming, which I did, and then I studied astral projection for many years. So if you study these two things, and then you will find that astral projection will bring you a lot of information about limitations. I will give you some examples. While lucid dreaming doesn't bring this limitation so much. For a lucid dreamer, you don't find usually a limitation. Everything is possible. Astral projectors, they are different kind of colors and shapes. They come in different shapes, different individuals, different astral projectors, teachers, talking about teachers or guys who have written books. They come in different shapes and colors, and they will come with some limitations, some sorts of, oh, you are in a real time zone, for example. And so it's a kind of a place where it's mimicking physical reality, and it's almost the same, and you can't fly, and you can't go through the walls, you know. So it's a limitation. So you can't fly, you can't go through the wall, and then so that hence you recognize of being in a real time zone or an astral level very close to physical reality, that they will call as a heavy or low vibration or something like that. Okay. And then I come in a little bit rebellious, as I am, from the perspective, okay, so I have studied both, and I'm gonna challenge. Well, lucid dreaming I can't challenge because they don't put any challenge. They say everything is possible. But I'm rebellious. So I'm gonna challenge astral projection. So okay, so I'm in a difficulty to fly today. So you know it happens many times. You know, so I must be. So I'm thinking while I am in the experience, and I'm telling myself, oh, so this must be the real time zone, or this must be the low vibration world, or maybe my chakra are not very well aligned, so I went to the heavy world, you know, astral projection level number 1. I wish I'm in the level number 37 or something. Okay, I'm joking, yeah. You understand? I'm joking, yeah. Okay, so I'm facing the limitation, and I come rebellious, and I come stubborn, and I will fight the limitation until I go beyond it. Hence, in my personal experience, I have obliterated all the limitations that I have read, found of astral projectors, and for me, it is a good thing to do. That I propose for anybody of you is when you will face a limitation, try to overcome it. Don't take it for, for black and white. Somebody told you, oh, you are in this level and you can't fly, and you can't do anything against it. Oh, you can't go through the wall. You can go through walls. Did anybody go through walls? Raise your hand. Say, yes, I went through the wall or through the window. Did anybody do that? I give you 5 seconds to say yes. Nobody. Oh. Okay, try. You can go through walls, no problem. So you can overcome all of that. Or maybe you start jumping and you can't fly, and no, you force it. You go strongly. No, I'm gonna fly. You jump 10 times if you have to. Maybe you can't jump and fly. Okay, I go jump from balcony. Okay, make a reality test to make sure you are dreaming before you jump from the balcony. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
So the reason why I asked the question, I recently had a lucid dream, so I became lucid, and I told myself, okay, I'm lucid and I'm able to fly, and I shot like a rocket into the air, and the next step was I opened my eyes and I was in another room. So I was laying in the bed, but it wasn't my room.
Norbert, can
I
you
switched.
start from the beginning? I somehow, sorry, maybe I lost focus. I had difficulty to follow your experience. Can you just start from the beginning? You shoot to space.
Yeah.
How did that start? How did it start? You shooting to space?
So I realized in my dream that I'm dreaming,
Okay.
because I saw a weird, I don't know, it was a human-like creature, and I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. And I said, okay, if I'm dreaming, I'm able to fly.
Okay.
And then the next thing I did is I shot into the air.
Okay.
Like I flew in high speed, very, very fast.
Okay.
And the next thing is I opened my eyes. I was laying in my bed, but it wasn't my room.
Okay.
So it was a different kind of room, and I don't know what it was. And I had a really weird experience. So I saw a gray, the room was gray, and I saw a box in the middle of my room, and every time I blinked my eyes, the room lightened up. So, and I saw a roulette of numbers on the ceiling, and it was, I don't know what it was.
Okay.
And then I got scared, I don't know, and then I woke up again. Like I opened my eyes for the third time. So I from the lucid dream, I shot into the air, and I woke up in another room.
In a dream bed, and then you open your eyes again. But the second time when you open your eyes, that was in the waking reality.
Yeah.
Correct. How do you know it was waking reality?
Because I stood up and
you go on with your life.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes no, that makes sense, because if you tell me I woke up and then I fall asleep again and I was sure I was in my bedroom, I would say, okay, never trust an awakening, make a reality test before you fall asleep when you open for the second time. But if you stood up and you went to brush your teeth and you go on to the office and came back, obviously you are awakened. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so that's done. But yeah, because never trust an awakening. I mean, put it as a new program that I propose for you guys. Never trust an awakening. Like in your case, is very good example. But luckily you realized it was not your bedroom, because in many cases you will practice the techniques, and then you will think that techniques have not worked out, and then you will wake up in the morning and you will realize, shit, I was doing the techniques, and then the technique didn't work out, and I opened my eyes and I looked around and I fall asleep, but only in the morning you realize that you open your eyes in a dream bedroom that was not yours. Maybe the color of the walls was different. Maybe the bed sheets was a color that you don't have at home. Maybe you were in bed with another creature that is not supposed to be there, But because you are in a dreamy kind of consciousness, you accept whatever it is, you take it as, is normal. Like I was giving example, the ostrich, the pink ostrich proposed to have a beer. You have a beer, everything is okay, you are dreaming, lack of lucidity, you're not very aware. Yeah? So yeah. So what's your question about all of this transitioning? So dream number one, you realize you should open the eyes, you change your dream. It's called dream change. So one dream where you were shooting in the sky, then you open your eyes, it's a dream change in the bedroom, and then you have another dream change for reality. Okay.
Yeah,
So what's your
but
question
the
about
moment when I woke up in the first time I opened my eyes, this felt different to the first lucid dream. Like I knew in the dream where I shot into the air that I'm lucid, but the second time when I was in the other room, it felt more real than everything. So
Okay.
I personally think that I become lucid, and from lucid I woke up in the astral form. Like this is what I was thinking.
Okay, that's why you were asking the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. There are techniques that allow you to increase in perception. So your perception of where you catalog the second experience as more real, and you catalog it as more to astral plane. It's based on your perceptions, right? You perceive, and you said you were clapping your eyes, and it was becoming more. But you see, you clap, you cling with your eyes, and it's becoming more. But you are not moving; you are still in the same place. You see, so it's your perception that is changing. The place is not changing, right? So the effect of clinging eyes was producing the effect. So there are technique. So that's in module number 2. I teach things in 3 modules. So basically, the practice of a dreamer, it goes in three. You have 3 things to learn. Number 1 is to learn to induce. So you did use the technique how to shift to the dream state, how to shift to astral projection or lucid dreams. Okay, so induction. Number 2 is how to maintain. So it was who was saying today that he was in difficulty it was Robert from Hungary. He was saying, okay, the moment I realize I'm in the dream state, I get a bit excited, or I get pulled back to the body and I wake up. So there are anchoring techniques or deepening techniques where you increase the lucidity, you become more focused in your head, and in parallel, your vision become more clear, more of a high definition instead of blurry, and it will become much more easier to remain in the dream state. So that's number 2, deepening and anchoring techniques. And number 3 are the applications. So how to travel, how to find information, how to travel on Earth, in space, in how to teleport, how to communicate with people, the know-how, So first you have to know how to go to the place, how to stay in the place, and what to do with the place. You see? So you have these three things where you have to learn. That is why my programs are in 3 parts. Module number 1, module number 2, module number 3. You can't do application before you know how to go there. If you go there but you can't stay only 5 seconds, you have no time to do applications. You have to know how to remain there 30 seconds, 1 minute, and to the extreme cases you can stay for half an hour. But half an hour will be perceived as hours. Half an hour is very long. It's some guys reported like a year. You do a year in half an hour or a month. 1 minute will be perceived sometime like a half an hour. But if I tell you what did I do, I shoot to the sky, I had a conversation for 5 minutes, and but it felt like 1 hour. Yeah, it feels because the perceptions are so intense that 1 minute will be perceived as 10 minutes or half an hour sometimes. So yeah, three, make it sure that you understand what you are working on your progress, induction to have stable practice. There you need to get satisfaction as well, satisfaction parameter. So I tell you at what point you can be satisfied. When you get about more than 2 experiences per week, you need to start to be a little bit satisfied. Don't push yourself to, I want more, I want more. Of course you want more. Of course you want more than once per night, but you don't want to be frustrated. Frustration is your enemy. Whatever you do, you have to be gentle and satisfied with what you do. Frustration is really your enemy. Have pleasure in what you do. So about 2 experiences per week is good. And do not forget, when I say 2 experiences, 1 experience never goes alone. So I wish I knew this when I was a beginner. Lucid dreams, astral projection, or I call it shifting, very rarely come alone. Usually it will be a little bit like Norbert is explaining. Oh, I was in the sky and then I opened my eyes in the bedroom. The beginner will conclude that he woke up for real and fall asleep again. Somebody a little bit more advanced will react like Norbert. I woke up, I opened my eyes, and I screened the room, and I realized that the walls are different color, and I stand up and I continue my second experience. And then I woke up again and I do reality check, and the reality check is positive. Oh, I stand up and I start to fly through the window and I have a third experience. So this is what I mean by having 2 experiences per week. Actually, in 1 experience you can have more than 1. You see? Okay, and 3 experiences per week is very healthy. It's very so if you practice 3 times a week or 4 times a week, and you have maybe 2 times a week successful or 3 times successful, it's a very good healthy practice. And then but you have to go in a balanced way. If you bring frustration, too much fight, too much efforts, your mind will getting tired. You don't want to do that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Okay, so I think we did 1 hour and 15 minutes. Maybe I can take another 1 question if somebody wants to ask. Does somebody want to ask anything, guys? Don't be shy. No? Dada? Yeah? Dada?
I have a question.
Who is talking? Sorry.
It's me, Dennis.
Wait, Dada, I think you are. Wait, Dennis, lady first. Dada, if you hear
go
me,
ahead,
you need to unmute your microphone. You are still muted. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. You have somewhere downstairs. You have like a small round with a microphone and small round with a camera.
Yes.
Okay, done. Beautiful. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I will be short. I have 1 question about some mobile cell phone application.
Dada, sorry, Dada is your name, right?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From Serbia.
Serbia. Nice to meet you. Your name is Dada. Okay.
Yeah, it is a nickname. My full name is very long, so I don't want to use it.
I would like to hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, it is Dragoslava.
Dragoslava. Okay, great. No, are you from the family of the Dracula? No.
No.
Don't listen to my joke.
No. Maybe from the dragon family,
Dragon family. Oh, great. Try flying with dragons in your dreams. It's great.
Yeah.
Or become a dragon. I did. Okay, go on.
Yeah, okay. So I have one question about some cell phone application for lucid dreams. So does anyone know some which is good? I tried to use a walk, but it didn't, I don't know, it didn't function for me.
You tried to make a walk?
Huh? What?
What you said you tried some application, and one application you called a walk, or what is it? Can you explain?
Didn't work.
Oh,
Didn't work.
Okay, what kind of application you tried?
A walk. A walk.
To walk around? To walk with your...
The name of the application, awoke. Awoke. Like awake. Or awoken. Awoken. I don't know.
Can you describe what does it mean, this application?
It is for the lucid dreaming. It is for the reality checking and I don't know, to that some sounds remind you that you are in a dream and that you become lucid maybe or something. Okay. Oh yes, something like yes. Yeah, that's it.
Craig is showing
Yes.
something. Wait, Craig, can you show us?
Craig, yes. It's that application.
Oh,
yes.
You talk about phone or application for a computer.
Phone,
I thought you are talking about, real life application like healing.
No. Cell phone. I said cell phone.
Okay. All right. Okay. Number one, you can, for example, you can help yourself with alarm clocks. But you need alarm clocks that can go off on their own. For example, somebody who is a deep sleeper, for example, Wilson, or somebody who has a difficulty to recognize awakenings. So the guy goes in and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna apply the stuff," but he like sleep the whole night and he wakes up in the morning. Oh, I have to go to work now, and I didn't do anything. So what you can do, you can use a phone, and you can say to the phone, "You're gonna ring every 1 hour and a half because the sleeping cycle is 1 hour and a half." And but it must be a ringtone that goes off after maybe say after 10 seconds it goes off. You don't want to move your hand to off the alarm, because if you move your hand, you are shifting more to the waking state. So you don't want to move your body. So you need to find a phone that is doing that application that is doing that. So you have plenty of alarms. It exists. You will find. I don't have to tell you. I used to use, but I don't use it anymore. You can use multiple alarms that are already inside Android. You can use multiple alarms to remind about reality checks during the day. If you really like to do reality checks as an entrainment, but you forget, you get busy with your life. But you put 10 alarms during the day, so they go on, you off, but you have to really do the reality check after. Don't put alarms and then you don't do that. Huh? It's either you do or you don't do. Remove the alarms if you don't do reality checks. Okay? Or put the alarm, really do, okay? Really put your mind, okay?
Okay.
Like there is no tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, I want to ask Craig about this application. Is it useful for you?
No, but what I did find is that it's just a reminder to check. That's all it is. It's a sleep journal and a reminder to check that you are lucid or awake. So what it's done is taught me to just always question it. Like whatever I'm doing, if I'm drawing my comic or if I'm drawing this or that, I just always check. Okay, am I lucid or awake?
Yeah.
So just in whatever you do, always look around. Your familiar surroundings. So if it's unfamiliar, if you can't read the clock, if you can't, do something like that. I mean, there's simple checks that that's all the application is doing. It's not magic. It's just essentially reminding you to check.
Yeah.
So just always check.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you all.
One more thing to say about the applications is that absolutely all the applications, including the masks, you know, the masks that detect the REM sleep. I have one. I can show you in the second part. We're gonna make a break of 15 minutes. I will show you my mask. It's not too expensive. You can get it, I think, for maybe $100 or $200 now. I mean, it's expensive, but I mean, you know, nobody else produces. But you can get maybe for $100. You can find something. But the problem, Dragoslavia.
No. Dada.
Dada. Okay, Dada. The problem, Dada, is that the subconscious mind. Okay, I'm not explaining what subconscious mind is. It's very and the dream machine. You know, this thing that is producing reality is it has very big capacity for adaptation. What I mean by that, maybe you have already experienced that. You are maybe taking a nap, maybe you have kids or you have somebody nearby or somebody making noise, and that noise penetrates your dream state, and inside your dream it's transforming into an experience. Somebody there is a tweeting bird outside in reality, but in the dream you also have a tweeting bird immediately on the, just like that, you see. So that is a big problem with many applications or masks or alarms and all of that. Our subconscious mind is adapting to them very fast. So you buy such a mask, and it will work on the first night. If you are lucky, maybe it will work on the night number 2, and then it doesn't work for a month. Your mask has adapted. Your subconscious mind wants you healthy, wants you sleeping, wants you having a good night. So if you have a mask that is disturbing you, that is making sounds or making lights to your eyes, to your closed eyelids, usually they have red LEDs, flashing light, and you can see through the skin because it's very small skin on the eyes. So as you are in the dream state, this light goes to the dream state, and in my experience, I was in the airport opening the bag, and I have fireflies coming out, and you see, and I don't recognize the dream state. Or I walk on the street and somebody is moving the window, and the window is flashing light on my eyes, but it was my mask that it was flashing, and I don't recognize the dream state. And it was many times where I am in the dream state wearing the mask, trying to off it with the lights blinking on me, because there is a button in the middle to off the light and to continue to sleep. But I am in the dream state and pushing the button, and it's still blinking because I'm pushing the dreaming button, not the button of my mask. The subconscious mind is so powerfully adapting for you to keep sleeping, because the priority for you is to sleep, is to relax and to have a good night's sleep. So you need to fight the subconscious mind. So I tell you the last news, and this is less old than 1 month or 2, I think. A guy called Michael Raduga, with whom I work closely sometimes. I used to work with him for a few years. He just came up with a new application. I have not tried, but he says that his application is fighting the habituation of the subconscious mind. So he's capable to fight it. I didn't try yet. It's new. It's less than 2 months old. So he came up with a new, and he controls the mask with breathing. So I don't know if you have to put your phone or what. Personally, I don't want to put my phone on my chest. The 5G or that. I'm a little bit conspiracy theories there. All this radiation next to my body, I try to off my phone and put it as far as possible from me. So, but the application is for the phone. Maybe you can put it on a tablet, and maybe you can put it in air mode. Then maybe it's good. Need to check that. But so if I would direct you to the application, then I would direct you to check that You can check with me if you cannot find it. Check with me, and I will direct you to find the application. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
If you cannot find, so that's the only one. I do not direct you to the mask. They will not work. Forget it. You will lose your mind. You will lose your money on it. I already lost it, so don't lose it. Or if you buy it, you will use it once in a blue moon. My last time I was using it, it was maybe a year ago or 2 years ago. My mask is sleeping. Okay, I'm not doing anything.
Okay, thank you.
The technical approach is still the best. If there was application that was bringing you to the right state, you think I'm gonna be sitting here and trying to teach you something? Huh? Logical.
Yeah.
You think you would be here asking me about application if the application existed? It would be already very famous. You would know about it. So now Michael Raduga came up with something, but I cannot tell you how it works because I didn't try. So 2 months ago. So try this one. That's the only thing I can tell you. The rest, trust me on that, but you can also not trust and try. But trust me, it does not work. Because the subconscious, and I gave you example why. The subconscious mind is just too powerful, and it will make you sleep a peaceful night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys,
Okay.
so I propose we're gonna make a break. Guys, can I ask you something special? Can I ask you to can I ask you to work for me for less than 5 minutes? Is it fine with you?
Yes.
It's a little job that I'm gonna ask you, but it's very simple. It's gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you to write a little review for me on my Facebook page. I have a problem there right now since about 20 days, is that I have very little reviews, and I have two trolls. You know, trolls, the guys who have nothing to do at home, who go to my page. One guy I blocked, and because I blocked, he said I hate Mexicans. I don't hate anyone. I love everybody, yellow, black, red. I love everyone. You know, I'm not racist or whatever. I mean, no. And another guy is. So basically, I have only 5 reviews. I mean, I never cared about it, but because only 5 reviews and there are 2 bad reviews, so my score in the Facebook page is going down, and I'm like working there for many years, and because I never ask anybody to do review, this is the first time that I ask somebody. If you don't mind, while we do the pause, or if it will really help me, I try to just 1 second. I'm gonna give you the link, okay? If it's okay with you, just 1 second, yeah. Okay, so this is the link. So basically, you go to Lucidity for all, and then it's review. Okay, how do I send? Okay, I'm gonna send now. So I don't know. You should be capable to click on the link. Of course, your review has to be truthful. So you don't need to lick my ass. If you don't like how I teach, you can say I have a problem with him. Maybe he doesn't talk clearly or whatever. Yeah, it's an honest review. I'm not paying you for that. If you don't want to make a review, don't make a review. So let's make a pause of 15 minutes, and we come back in 15 minutes. I go prepare some coffee. Okay. So now is here it's 9:30. So we did another exactly 1 hour and a half. So we come back whatever your time is at 9. I mean 45. Yeah. Whatever your time in your country. Now it should be something 30. So we restart at 9:40 at something 45. Okay. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So see you in a short while. Yeah. I put the camera on. You can leave everything like that. No problem. Okay. See you in a very short time.
See you.
And thank you in advance if you do the review. Really, thank you very much, because I want to put you do. Now we are 18 people. If you do 18 review, I will be back to my. I used to have 3 review and I had 5 points, and now Now I'm 3.4. If you do 18 reviews, I will be back to my 5 points or 5 or 4.9, you know. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I go to make a coffee, yeah? Yeah. Yes, sir. I have some. We do Christmas until end of January. This stuff is not. No, I ordered before the flood. He didn't send before flood. Something out of our control. Did you talk to him? Did you say you will get it soon? That's all. He didn't even send it out. I ordered on Friday. Now it's Monday. Ah, you mean he didn't send on Saturday, is it? Yeah, at least Saturday, the full day. Ah, yeah, but he's taking weekend and then on Sunday he's not working. Today is what, Sunday? Hopefully he sends tomorrow. And then there is class. And then there is sleep. Nobody can. You want we drive around the bar? I can do that. Yes, if he doesn't send, I let's go, we drive around. If he doesn't send tomorrow, we drive around. Yes! Yeah? Yes! That makes you happy? Yeah. Definitely. Uh-huh. Huh? Definitely. Definitely? Okay, so we do like this. You message him tomorrow morning, we see what he says. And if he didn't send tomorrow, we go buy something. $100 finish. It's not even $100. No, 50 ringgit finish. No, I have still class, another 1 hour. Big girl, the whole day, and tomorrow, and another day, and another day, and another day, and another day, and then nothing. Uganda, Hungary, UK, France. Sure, they're here. It's on. Everything is on. So many countries. So, I really like moving today. Today, I think maximum 20 people, not too many. Less than the previous part of the video. I did one class with 34. I think it was 30 people, 34. No, I have a spot. Walk around, so yeah, shine. Sure. In general, Popo is amazed. My first review. He's amazed by your creation. My first review, Yeah, 15 minutes is fast. Popular. Another 7 minutes. Oh, somebody has ordered kefir. Yeah. Karhuitan. Online? Yeah, online. How many? One bottle. One bottle is one bottle. Thank you very much. Huh? Huh? Say again? Oh yeah, flooded. Hopefully we can deliver. Well, me, I like it's a small class, not too many people. When there was more than 30 people, it was a bit overwhelming. Less than 20 is nice. We have time to talk to each other. I have time to ask everybody. It's good. Much better. Yeah, everybody has a chance to talk. It's much more personal. I was worried there would be 100 people. No, it's not 100 people. No, I am not that successful. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to be the victim of my own success either. And it's not good success for other people too, because otherwise they have no time to talk. So it's perfect. Maybe you should limit the quantity anyway. Instead of 100, say okay, 30 maximum, so we can talk to each other, or take more sessions. More frequently. Yeah, that's difficult to do so many. or an astral projection, this is the place. Okay, guys, you guys are back?
I think only me is the first.
Only you? That's okay. Robert.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So where do you live, Youri? Where do you live?
Now I'm in Malaysia. I fall in love here.
Are you living it now just for traveling or for holiday?
No, I live here for almost 20 years now.
Oh.
Yeah, I was born in Ukraine. Then my parents moved to France. They still stay there. I spent about 7-8 years in France, and after that I did an internship in Malaysia, and I loved it so much, I just stay here.
Okay. That's nice.
Okay. So guys, let me. I'm gonna share my screen. How do I share my screen? How to share my screen? Present now. Your entire screen. Yeah. Okay. Share your entire screen. Share. Okay. Can you guys share my screen? Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
You can see what I see now, right?
Yeah, if you're on the left side, your screen is bigger.
Okay. So if I go now here, so you can see now the front page of Lucidity for All, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh it. You see now it was 3.4. The rating is 3. Only 5 reviews. Did some of you have time to go review or not?
I put some stars, 5 stars, but I got a message like review was blocked or something like that.
If you click the link you put in there and go right to the page.
Genius, but you see, at least I improved from 3.4 to 3.9.
Yes.
So there is 2 reviews that has been done. So somebody.
Yeah, I couldn't make a review. I just put stars. But something prevents me from making.
Where his page shows recommendations when you go there, if you've never reviewed it, it should have a review right there, right where.
Yeah.
On the top left.
Say
It should
say
say
again,
yes
right?
or no. Would you recommend the class, yes or no? And then, you click yes, and then it allows you to give the review.
Okay. Okay, I will do that.
Shall we try to do it now, guys, or is it too much to ask?
It's trying to, but on my phone it's different from.
Okay. If you can,
Yeah.
just 1 minute. You see already from 3.4 to 3.9, almost 4. Because I have such a little review, so I'm being victim. Have you seen those 2 jokers who do the bad review?
No.
No? Because I
I haven't
cannot see.
seen.
Somehow I cannot see the bad reviews. I can only see the good ones. So
Yeah, I can see it. I can see
you
it.
can see. If you check the profiles, it's fake profiles basically. So it's somebody who really have nothing to do. They create fake profile on Facebook, and I cannot report them because Facebook is not even showing me. They
Debbie,
Debbie
unconscious,
shit,
it's bad man.
Yeah, I see. And you go check the Debbie profile, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have another old man there who says I don't like Mexican people. What? Really out of this world, you know.
Yeah, but if you click those 3 dots, you can't hide that review.
I cannot even see the review, so I cannot hide it. You see, my problem, I do not see the review. I can see only the good reviews, and Facebook is not showing me bad reviews. So I get a score. I cannot comment. I cannot say anything. It's really weird. Like you do a review in Google, you can go there and then you put a comment, you say something, you know. In my case,
the other thing you do is that's a business page, so you can go into your control and they make a list of words that you block from being on your page, like bad words, and you can put those very subjects in there, and it'll block them from being on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you look up on Facebook, you look up commonly blocked words for a business page or
So I
something.
put Mexican as a forbidden word?
No, you could put it in
Yes.
that, and then that wouldn't show up, you know.
Oh, I put unconscious. Yeah, not many people use the word unconscious. It's more about
No.
consciousness than unconsciousness.
Right.
Yeah, that would block the guy, is it?
Put their name in there and it'll block them. I've never tried that.
Yeah, but the review, do you think is gonna remove the review? I don't think so.
If you have those words in there, like maybe even their name, if you it will not post on your page. They cannot post that on your page.
I will try. Thank you very much for the advice.
Yeah, but you can, in your controls, it'll say, you know, when you go through your settings and stuff like that, it'll have words, it'll have a place where you can have a list, and they've got lists already made up online that you can search. They've got, put that list in there, and those words cannot be put on your page.
You see, if I scroll, okay, the two new review I cannot see yet. I don't know why. I cannot.
Because they have you blocked.
No. You guys made the two new reviews, and I cannot see it yet. No, I can see Jane. Jane did one. Long-lasting technique and information for free 5-star. Okay.
You can't see mine yet?
No, it's loading. Let me try to reload one more time. But Facebook is also a little bit buggy, you know, it's a bit slow.
Okay.
I'm refreshing the page now. I didn't see your review yet. Maybe it takes time, yeah. No,
Okay.
7 reviews, you see. Okay, I need to wait. Who else did a review, guys?
I did as well.
Thank you, Robert. Really.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's go on. I don't know if the other guys already arrived. Yeah, it took so many minutes to show up. I don't know. So Kanya, thank you very much. If you did the review, thank you very much.
I don't get on the review page on my iPhone, so
I will remind
I will do
you
later.
after the class. Maybe you guys can take 5 minutes. It really helps. Okay, I would like to make a little present for you guys. If somebody wants to, if you like me so much and you want to go with my paid programs, I will do free lessons still regularly. This is something I commit to, because there are guys, you know, in some countries they really have no money, and some guys, you know, you want to know how I teach before you want to commit, maybe. So now it's Christmas and New Year, so I will do a 50% discount for all of you until the year end. So if in case you want to purchase, so for those who don't know, you see, so those who didn't see, so if you go to my main page, you can see now, right? Lucidity for all.
Yeah.
You can see, right? So if I refresh, okay,
Yes.
I just refresh it, just 1 second. Okay, it's loading now. Okay, the first video that you see is just a presentation of me there, blah blah blah. But if you go down, you see, go down a little bit, up, you have an automatic window there. Up, I remove the sound. If I put the sound back, let me put the sound. Okay, I remove the sound so you can't hear the sound. But this is the class, basically. I'm thinking about Dada and the other guys who didn't do the training yet. The training is right here. You see, you just go lucidityforall.com and the training is here. It's an interactive video. You can click on the video later on. You cannot skip it. You have to go on, you listen, but as it goes, you can skip parts, you can come back, etc. So this is the technique that we were talking about at the first part of the class. So this is the one that you have to look at if you didn't. Okay, if you go after this to learn, if you go to all courses here, on this page, you will see my courses here. Okay, so you just check out here. It's nothing expensive, so they are already discounted here. So after I give you the discount, if you run very quickly, you will be buying them after the discount, and you apply even 50%, like Fred did. He got my 3 module, I think, at a very little price. I don't know how he did, but he did.
Yes, I agree.
It was amazing. He got it like for, I don't know, for very little price. So if you go now, you will get another 50% on top of it. But I will remove this discount because otherwise 50% after discount is the discount. So you can get 50% until the year end. Okay. And what else? Just to compare. I opened the page. This is so if you are familiar with astral projection, this is Monroe Institute. So I just went there today. So they're offering program just to compare. You see something here, 49 USD. Then he jumped. No, it's me who. Okay, just 1 second. You see 49 USD. They have programs 5-6 days, 2,000 USD, 2 weeks and a half, 725 USD, 325. You can see the prices. You can see, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's high, right? And I don't know. I do not think they do money back guarantee. I do money back guarantee if they don't, and they don't do follow up. I'm sure. I do follow up. If you have questions, you buy my program, you talk to me, I will be answering. So this is in astral projection. Just give you one example. Then lucid dreaming. I go to Charlie Morley, is one of the guys that I know personally too. His program, I don't know how does it explain everything, but 157 pounds. You see, so to compare with me, you have the 3 modules for 97, and you get 50% discount. You get it for 50 USD. You have nothing to cry about, This package, the unlimited, I just present this. This is unlimited classes. So a little bit like the classes. So I stopped showing this, okay? I stopped showing the screen. But these unlimited classes is you program classes with me as many times as you wish. Basically, it's a lifetime package. So now with 50%, you get it at 250. And you program classes with me. So I have a group of guys who are on this package. Basically, you go to the group and you say, hey, I would like to have a class on Friday. I would like to talk about this and that. Either people join you and say, yeah, I join you on Friday, or can we change it to Saturday? Then you agree or you disagree, but you start it, and everybody follow or don't follow. But you will program a class with me, and we have a class like we have now, Okay, and inside the unlimited package, of course, you have the access to module 1, module 2, and module 3. Okay, you have access to all the information as well. Okay, so this is finished. But wait, the coupon code. Just 1 second. The coupon code. Where was it? No, it's not here. Here. So I copied this and go back here. Go back here. No, I need to stop sharing the screen. Sorry, stop presenting. Okay, so I should be back now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm back, and then now I go to the messages. Okay, can you see in the messages? The code is new 2022 shifter. Okay, you got it? So keep it with you. Please don't share it with anybody outside. It's only for the guys who came to the workshop. Other guys will get, I think, 30% for the new year. They will not get the 50. It's only guys who come to attend the workshop. So.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So so now we move to the questions. Unless you, while you were taking a break, maybe you have some questions that pop out in your mind, and you want to voice them up. Please do it.
Maybe there was some question in the chat, the conversation chat.
Just now. So Craig was wanted
just
to share
before the break.
Okay, before there is some vitamins. Okay, let's read it. Craig, we're having issues. Can you guys hear my mic? No, thanks having us. I can get one.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was when I first joined.
Okay, that's about 8 o'clock, at 12, at 56. Okay, good afternoon. I would also like to ask you about something. My mic is not working. Yeah, but yes, I did. The composer protects you by waking you up. Okay, Jane was asking, does your subconscious protect you by waking you up? Absolutely, yes. For example, a loud sound. Loud sound. There are natural fears. Fear of falling, and fear of loud sounds is a natural, innate. You are born with it. You take a baby, you try to lean the baby backwards. The head is here, the feet is here, and the baby will try to catch. And the baby is born with it. You don't have to teach the baby about falling. It's inside the body. You are born with it. And the babies are scared of the loud sounds. It's an innate. It's in our DNA. It's inside the ovule and the sperm. It's inside the. Okay. We are born with it, and the subconscious mind will protect it. It's from generation to generation. With evolution, we already got it. So you can witness it. If somebody screams next to you, or say, "Robert, wake up!" You will wake up. Your subconscious mind will wake you up. It's not your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is asleep. Your conscious mind is inside the dream state. It's your subconscious mind that will receive the sound input and wake you up, and the conscious mind, oh, I'm awakened. Oh, there is a screaming, But it's your subconscious mind who is listening, not your conscious mind. Okay, so you can witness it, your subconscious mind, and somebody who has a problem with breathing, maybe you turn around and accidentally you close your nose, it will wake you up. Somebody who has maybe heart problem, it will wake you up. Somebody who, but sometime no, some people apparently have died in sleep. You want to go to the toilet. This is subconscious programs going on. You want to go to the toilet. When you're a kid, maybe you didn't learn. You still pee in bed, but as you learn, your subconscious learns. It's not innate. We all pee in bed. That one we didn't learn from the beginning. We are not born with it. We learn it over time. But as you become adult, you stop peeing in bed. Your subconscious learns that you don't want to sleep in a wet bed. It will wake you up. Okay.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Jane. Yes, Jane.
That's for responding to waking life, but if you witness something in a lucid dream, is that still the case?
Repeat, I didn't understand, Jane.
The experience dreaming or lucid dreaming, if there's something happening, would you wake yourself up even if you try to stay in the dream?
We will wake you up even if you try to stay in the dream?
Yeah, would your subconscious brain do that too?
It will override. You cannot control that. You cannot override the bodily emergencies.
But not bodily emergencies, more thoughts or your dream, if it was too much.
You mean mental constraints or mental difficulties, you mean?
Yeah.
Like you're thinking about nightmares, is it? Something like that?
Yeah, for example, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nightmares and fear, some guys actually use it as a technique, which I don't like. I don't like to dip my mind into fear, but fearful situation actually tend to stick you into the dream state. So some guys use it as a technique. They learn to induce fear artificially, and they use it as an anchoring and deepening technique for dreaming. It's an extreme technique. So usually nightmares is something that sticks you in the dream because it's very engaging. You see, it's much more engaging to have a nightmare than just drive a car or walk around. So it's fearful and nightmarish situation are deepening. It's so some guys use it as a deepening technique. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Hardish, sleep as Android is better app for lucid dreams. It has some better functions, so guys check it out. REM Dreamer. Yeah. So I have REM Dreamer. If you want to see, I can show you. You want to see it? It's just a mask. Just a mask, you know, with some electrical stuff inside. It's okay. Perrine Clark, I don't know if Perrine is still with us. Supplements to help astral projection. So she's asking that, or lucid dreaming. Okay. The number one supplements are choline or choline, depends how you want to spell it. CHOLINE. It is a protein. It is very healthy supplement. You can find it inside banana, soya bean if you eat. It's a protein, so your body will metabolize choline into protein, and these proteins are very good for all your body. You need it especially for your heart, liver function. It will be transmuted into your cells for the heart, etc. So if you eat enough of choline, it's good for your health. But if you eat enough of choline, or a lot of choline, a lot of soya, banana, okay, it is also one. There are many neurotransmitters, many types, and choline is one of them. So if you have more neurotransmitters, basically you have more fuel for the brain at night, and then you run more chances to become lucid. So then comes another number two supplement that comes actually hands in hands with choline is spider lily galantamine. So the pharmacy name is galantamine, and it's an extract from spider lily. It's a beautiful red flower, and it is used by what's the name? The degeneration of the brain. What is this disease? You know, the guys. Not Parkinson. The other one.
I think you're talking about Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. So the Alzheimer's people are taking galantamine, and they are taking at least 8 milligram. It can go to 12 milligram, 16, 18, 20, even 24 milligram. When they take 24 milligrams, some of them report hallucinations during the daytime. So basically, they start dreaming while awakened, as if they took hallucinogenic drug, you know. So, but for lucid dreaming, all you need is 4 to 8 milligrams, which is half, at least half, or 1/6 of what Alzheimer's people take. So it's very mild. So I was experimenting with 4 milligram, and I was successful with 4 milligram or 8 milligram, and I was very successful with 8 milligram as well. Wait, I'm not in full screen. How do I go up? Okay, now I'm in full screen. Much better. So 8 milligram, and what galantamine does? It is a choline esterase inhibitor. All my family are doctors, so don't ask how come I know all these things. I have genuine interest for medicine, how it works, the biology, all of that. So I just like it. So choline esterase inhibitor. It's esterase is it's an enzyme that will prevent the metabolism of choline inside your gut, inside your stomach, and inside your intestine. And because then choline is not transmuted into proteins, choline goes to your bloodstream. And if you took 300 milligram, you took choline, you can take between 300 milligram to 600 milligram. It's a lot. Usually they come in 200 milligram pills or 300 milligram, but you can take 2 pills. It's a lot. And I take them with I mean, I don't take now, but I used to take them with banana because they're a little bit salty. It's a kind of a salty thing. and then you take galantamine at the same time, and then you have 600 milligram within half an hour, 45 minutes, you have a peak of choline inside your brain. You are on steroids. Your lucidity is on steroids. And the only issue with that, for somebody who is a beginner, so some beginners swear by that, you know, they went and they studied techniques, and then they had a breakthrough thanks to the supplements. But many beginners, my perception of my experience of it is that taking galantamine with choline, it's a fast train, and the train is so fast that you will think that you are not moving. You will hallucinate. You will be in presence of such strong hypnagogia and hypnopompia that you will think that everything is all right. But no, you are seeing with closed eyelids. You are on such a fast train that you think that you are awakened. You know, everything is okay. You know, I mean, you think that you are awakened and techniques are not working, or you know, because you're a beginner and you don't have a strong technical background, so the supplements are not. You think the supplements are not working, but actually they do.
How long does it take that to wear off if it's so strong?
So they have a peak within 30 to 45 minutes. So it means you can use them with the direct approach when you from wake. So usually people who do that, they sleep 3 hours, then you wake up, you take the supplements, and then you start to kind of a meditation. And as you meditate, you approach the sleeping state, and you approach the peak of the choline inside the brain. So at the same time, you go to the brain to the you shift to the REM period of sleep with the peak, and it will subside within 2-3 hours. But for the choline, but not for galantamine. Galantamine resides in the body for about 24 hours, and I think you still have traces even after 24 hours of galantamine. So it takes long time. So that is the danger of galantamine, because galantamine is attaching to the serotonin receptors. And the problem when you have something that keeps going to the same receptor or keeps attaching to the same receptor, you run the danger of desensitization of the receptor. That means you become less sensitive. So you take galantamine, but it doesn't work. And that is not good, because serotonin receptors, you need them. You need them for so many functions. You know, even psychedelic stuff is serotonin receptors. You know, mushrooms, DMT, all that. It's serotonin. Serotonin is a poison, but it's also serotonin is also your sleep modulator. You need sleep. You need sleep receptors. So if you take galantamine, usually you take it once a week. Okay, and those guys who go extremist on that, they take what is called neutropil. Neutropil is how you call it? It's a smart drug. It's a drug for it's increasing the blood flow to the brain, and then you reduce galantamine within 12 hours, and then they take galantamine 2-3 times per week. It's an extreme. It's for advanced lucid dreamers. They do that. I tried, but I find it's too much to take for the brain. Seriously, it's too much. So 1 time per week of galantamine is very safe. And don't forget, you are taking much less than Alzheimer people do. And the galantamine is protecting the brain. They did an experiment on the mice. They cut off the blood supply to the brain for 5 minutes. Usually the brain start to die, if not mistaken, after 1 minute, if not enough of oxygen. And so they supplied galantamine to the mice. 5 minutes, no blood. They restart the blood to the brain, and the mice is perfect. The control group of mice, where they stop supplying blood for 5 minutes, the mice become crazy. So galantamine is protecting your brain. So actually, it's a good, is really, it's a natural. I mean, it's coming from flower, so that's why we say natural. Not all natural stuff is non-poison, but okay.
Right. So the choline, you're recommending only like 200 milligrams. Yeah.
No, choline you can go for an adult, 70 to 100 kg, 60 to 100 kg. You can look at your body weight, but brain is the same weight. I mean, some have a little bit bigger heads and some have a little bit smaller, but we are talking about 20% difference. Not so much. So you are talking, but you can take safely 500 milligram. But I mean, I was taking 300 milligram, 400 milligram. It's enough. It's enough. You don't need 600 milligram. 3 to 400 milligram of choline. Start with 4 milligram of galantamine. Galantamine is very expensive. If you buy galantamine, it's more expensive than my courses. So if you go for it, buy my courses first, okay? And then I will teach you how to do galantamine better. It makes more sense. I think galantamine would cost at least $50. But if you buy galantamine, buy the pills of 4 milligram, because if you buy 8 milligram or 16 milligram, you will have a hard time opening the pills and to divide 8 milligram into 4 milligram. Where do you put the other 4 milligram? It's a mess. So if you are buying it, buy the pills of 4 milligram, so you can take 2 pills if you want. It's much easier than taking 8 milligram and divide into parts. And don't go to neutropil. I explained, but okay, don't do that. I mean, do if you want. I explained, Okay. We go on? No question? There is some vitamins, but not recommended. Is Hardesh. I don't know which vitamins you talk about. Jane, galantamine. Yeah. Okay. So I already spoke. Galantamine keeps me awake. Yeah. You will have a lot of micro awakenings. You can have body tremors. There are some side effects, and I advise to take it with a banana because it can excite your stomach a bit, increase the acidity in the morning.
But each time I tried, I couldn't sleep anymore.
Yeah,
I wake up at 5, take galantamine, and then I couldn't sleep
yes.
for the rest of the night. So
yeah, so if you take
maybe I should try maybe just one milligram or something.
galantamine, yeah, maybe try.
Or maybe earlier, just sleep just 3 hours.
Yeah, but not falling asleep. It can be also not galantamine. It could be your state of mind also. You don't blame completely galantamine. You can reduce the initial sleep so you are more sleepy, But you want to hit the REM sleep. So another way to hit the REM sleep, you have another supplement. Is called 5-HTP.
Yeah.
5-HTP will delay the REM sleep a little bit, like marijuana. Marijuana is delaying the REM sleep. It's actually suppressing the REM sleep. So after that, the guys who quit smoking or eating marijuana, they report more vivid dreams after. The reason for that is because they have been suppressing REM sleep, and 5-HTP is doing exactly the same thing, except you don't have the side effects of marijuana that you don't like for lucid dreaming, which is cutting off the short memory. So even if you have a shift into lucid dream or astral projection, you will not remember it because marijuana is cutting off the short memory process. I mean, those who smoke, smoke, everything is cool. I'm gonna tell you a joke. Last year, and then what was my joke?
I don't remember.
Can you remind me what was the beginning of my joke? So you're gonna have exactly the same effect with dreaming if you consume, if you are consuming, you need to have a little bit of wavy consumption where you practice and then maybe you take breaks and you relax from life, you enjoy your life, and then a little bit of discipline, or you say, okay, I clear my lungs if you are smoking. or you know, I want to work a little bit more precisely, so I stop consuming, and you go on with your life, and you practice dreaming more seriously, you know. But for the record, Mary J has the same anti cholinesterase. It is a cholinesterase inhibitor, so so it does raises the amount of neurotransmitters in the brain, but you don't remember. So that's the problem. So you might have, so some report, oh, I have lucid dreams after smoking. Yeah, I understand. But how much do you remember? Are they vivid? You know, how is the quality? You know, so that is. Okay, let's go on. That was not the subject, but okay, I'm not shy to talk about. I draw a comic called Mind Trap. Craig, yeah, yeah, sure, Craig, you want to share?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to take up time with, on your class here. I just wanted to know, if you want, just go take a look at it, if you wanted to have any kind of input on it, because the characters were actually created through lucid dream technique. So
Please share.
the main character, huh?
Please share, Craig. So sorry I interrupt you, brother. Go on.
Okay. I mean, I can do the present too, but if you click that link, you'll actually go to the page. But those two characters, the blue and the red one, they were actually created through lucid dreaming techniques. So anything to promote the lucid dreaming, if you wanted to collaborate on that, or how do you say,
Sure.
input, that would be, appreciated, helpful.
You would like to, you would like me to share it maybe in the group, something like that?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, so to put things in the comic that let people know more along the lines of lucid dreaming, like what's a constant theme. Like I know that I haven't been able to sustain lucid dreaming, so I wouldn't know the constant themes. Like I know that they say, if you want to go somewhere, you picture it behind you, and then you turn and look. So I can have the characters do things like that.
Oh, you would like to have an input from lucid dreamers to incorporate inside your story. Is it correct?
Yes, because I haven't been able to maintain lucidity.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because the problem is when you need to talk to experienced guys, and the problem, one of the problems of a beginner, and I know many of you are beginners, and because I have been I'm not saying I'm like a super professional guy. I'm professionally coaching, but I have went through the beginners stage, and nobody is a master. Okay, if they tell you they're the master, you can abandon them right away. There is always so many things to learn. So, but the problem of the beginners is to know who has an authentic knowledge and who doesn't, because if you don't have your experiences, you have nothing to compare with. So anybody who comes in, they will tell you something and you take it as truth because you don't have enough of personal experiences to recognize. So you need experienced guys. So I can tell you who you can look at. So you can look at me, but you can look at guys like Michael Raduga, the Russian guy. So another Russian guy. He is very authentic. He is very good. He is very good in what he does. And you can go. You can look at what's his name. Need to remember names. Huh? Okay, Craig, I will come back to you and I will give you the list of the guys who are authentic, from whom you can pick up things.
Or if you receive messages on your lucid page, maybe I'll just contact you there, and you can give me like input, just assistance with, or input with like a theme for that. Okay, this is what the characters are doing. What would be, like input. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What would be, how would you tie lucid dreaming?
Okay, something that you will maybe enjoy. I'm gonna show you something that I'm doing now, because I'm gonna do a little bit of maybe you have seen on my page. I'm doing this right now. I don't know if I can share an image. Let's see. Can image go? No, it can't. Okay, but if you go to my page, you will see I'm doing something called Lucid Tips.
Okay.
And in this Lucid Tips, I do some direct messages of what you can do, what you should do. Maybe it can inspire you. Have a look.
Okay.
Have a look there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then sure, correct, please share. I took several minutes to shop. Okay. 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 So we are done with these messages. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm pretty sure that we cannot go through all the messages because I will be getting tired soon, and you also. So I will just voice out the bullet points. Let's try to pick up 5 bullet points. Sleeping cycles and sleeping patterns. Would you like me to extrapolate on that?
I don't think so, because I think all of us is going to be a practitioner, isn't it? I mean, we know the sleep cycle.
Okay, so you learn about it. Okay. Do you want to hear something about the dream recall, and especially something? Okay, if you just hear dream recall, maybe you think about the dream diary, etc. But do you know why? And are you aware of the dreaming memory and waking memories, that they occupy 2 different regions in the brain, and how to bridge them? Is it something interesting for you to hear about?
Yeah, how to bridge those. I've heard that they're different.
Yes.
Okay, so you can already find the experiments, and you can also experiment with yourself. You go to the dream state, and the little amnesia that you have about the dreams in your waking state. For you, so you wake up, let's say in the middle of the night, and you just woke up from the dream, and you have quite clear details about the dream, and you say, oh, I will remember in the morning. And then you wake up in the morning and you have 0. When I say 0, you have no idea. You only remember that you woke up and you were remembering the dream. But now you don't even have one detail about the dream. You are in a complete amnesia state about what happened, or a partial amnesia, or cloudy memory of this. Okay. So you can experience this in waking reality about your dreaming experience, and it works exactly the same way the other way around. So you are in the dream state and you can't remember your name. You never thought of it, but try it out. So maybe you remember your name, and you can't remember where you live. You just cannot access the memory region in your brain that tells you your name. Just try, okay? Sometime you will, and sometime you won't.
But what is the reason of that? I mean, why we can access if both of them is in the same place?
No, that's what I'm saying. It does not occupy the same brain regions. So when you are in the dreams, your brain is writing the memories into the dream memory region. When you are awakened right now, is writing down into your waking memories region. That is what is happening. So
I read somewhere that the purpose is not to mix the real life memories with dream memories.
absolutely. So scientists came up and they said, oh yeah, you don't want to mix them up, so that's why it's written in 2 different folders, so you know what is real and what is a dream. If you don't want to call dream real, I call everything real. Everything is real experience. But you want to distinguish, because otherwise you're gonna run into a problem like you wanted let's say you are a trader and you are trading currencies, cryptocurrencies, and in your dream state you have sold out all your bitcoins because the bitcoin was so high, and you wake up in the morning and you forget that it was in a dream, and you go on with your life, and the bitcoin price drops, but you are convinced that you sold up the bitcoins. And then the next day or 1 week later, you go and check your bitcoin account and all the bitcoins are there, and you say, shit, I sold them in my dream. That would be a real life problem, right? And you can extrapolate, you can give yourself many examples like that. So that is why the dreaming memories and waking memories, absolutely, most of the time they are not confused. You don't confuse them. Sometimes you confuse, but most of the time, 90% you don't confuse them. So that's the thing. So now we want to remember dreams better. So that is why we want to bridge them. For example, when you wake up in the middle of the night, spend a few minutes while you are awakened and you already started writing things into your waking brain. Review your dream. Go through, how did my dream start? What did I do after? Follow up the action from the beginning, and you in about 30 seconds, 1 minute, you review your dream in your head, and that will write it down in your waking memory. Of course, much better writing it down fully, because this memory seems to be much more volatile. I mean, if I ask you what was your breakfast 2 weeks ago, you will tell you, Yuri, stop your jokes. I have no idea what did I eat. Now we are what, Sunday? What did you eat on Sunday morning last week? No idea. Okay, so many details, even of your waking life, you start to forget. So you can imagine dreams. It's even more volatile. You need to bridge them. You need to create more connections to the. So my theory is that you can start to bridge your waking brain with your sleeping brain by writing down and pointing them into the dreaming brain. What do I mean by pointing? It's a bit like you have a library at home. You have the name of the book, and I tell you the white cloak from the story of the wolf by what's the name of the writer? Dan Brown? No, not Dan Brown. I forgot. And you have the name of the book, and immediately you remember the whole story. So if I tell you, Robert, your experience on holidays last summer, and you remember, oh, I went to party, I meet this guy, and you start to remember. So you need that pointer. So what you can do is, in the middle of the night, I used to do it. I take a paper, or now I have a phone, so I just write one key word. I write, for example, or 2 or 3 key words for me to remember in the morning. So that helps a lot. So you put, I don't know, you put alien, and then you wake up in the morning. Oh, alien! Oh, that's the story of the alien. You see what I mean? Because and it doesn't take you much effort to put just one word in the middle of the night. It takes little effort. So you write this, and that will be your pointer to the dream memory in the morning. And then the exercise is to write down the full experience with as many details as possible. And then what you want to do is to keep bridging to the dream memory. So you can open up your dream diary and look at your dreams for 1 week, for 2 weeks, and you will see that some dreams are already gone. But among the 10 dreams or 15 dreams that you have written, you will find 1 or 2 or 3 where the memories are fresh. Catch them stronger and go through the memories, the strong memories, the strong events of your dreaming memories. That is where you catch it. You catch them, and you.
Do you have any specific time when you have to recheck that dreams? I mean, in the daytime, in the morning, or the evening?
For writing down,
as soon as possible, because you will forget quickly, I guess.
For writing down is what Fred is saying, as soon as possible.
I don't mean that to recheck the dreams, like what you went through in a week.
You can recheck them the next day. You can recheck them 10 years later. The most important part is that you remember the dream. If you are reading a dream from 1 year ago, but you have no idea what is that, you have lost the pointer. But if you read a dream from 10 years ago and you can still pinpoint what it was, that is a good catch. That is a dream that you can keep reviewing. You see, if you cannot find the memory, you can write a whole page about the dream, and then 3 weeks later, you read your 1 page and you have no idea what you talk about.
Okay.
That is not a good point.
Yeah, you know, reason why I'm asking, because the last 2 years I had dreams for the last 2 years now. I mean, you know, to be which was written down.
And you will
And then, you
notice,
know, this,
and you can segregate, put the dreams that you still remember and some dreams that you have written, but you have no idea what it was.
okay.
Tell me if I tell you Balox or not.
When I actually
Have you found, Robert, have you found the dreams that you read and you have no idea what is that?
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Some of them, okay. So you see, you have the same.
when I write them down, I can review them years later, and I can still see the dream when I read them.
Yeah, but is it, Craig? Is it 100% of your dreams are like that?
No, it's not going to be 100%, but I still get the gist of the dream.
That's what I mean. You will not remember 100% of the dreams, even if they have been written. If they have been written, you have remembered them on that day. But sometime 1 week or 1 year later, you can't remember anymore. So those dreams, you can read them, you can try to remember. If you manage to remember, bravo. If you can't remember, you better focus on the dreams that you can remember. Okay? Okay, next.
So, Youri, I had a question.
Yes. I was thinking of you from the beginning because you didn't speak yet.
Yeah.
Meenakshi, beautiful lady.
Right.
Meenakshi, can I ask you where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from India.
You are from India. You are a beautiful Indian woman from India. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Youri, and great to attend your workshop. I didn't, say anything in the beginning because, disclaimer, I haven't tried the technique yet. I haven't watched the video. I'm not very patient with watching videos, so I didn't do that yet. But I did read about some separation techniques on Michael Ruttiger's website, and there were those 4, 5. I don't know whether your techniques are the same. So
yeah, my techniques are the same because Michael Raduga is the real deal.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then I have my personal stuff, but no, the techniques are the same. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Right. So I did read those and tried to follow them a little bit, but I haven't followed them. I haven't practiced them a lot. In my case, I find the wake back to bed method, especially if I couple it with some onirogen, I find that works. But I still haven't had a lot of lucid dreams. There have been a few, and I've been wanting to work on them. So I used to write down my dreams earlier, but what I found was the more I wrote, the more I remembered them. And every morning it would go on for pages and pages. And at one point it kind of became tiring because I kept writing.
Too many to
And
write,
yeah, too many dreams, multiple 5, 6 dreams a night, and I'm just filling up pages. And like you just said about remembering them when I read them later, one is I haven't really gone back and read a lot of my dreams. I've done that a few times, but I would get really surprised that, okay, did I dream these? Because I have absolutely no memory that I had such a strange dream.
Yeah, you
So
can relate, huh?
yeah, so I absolutely related when you said there are some dreams we don't remember at all. And you said there are some of them which we will remember, and those are the ones we need to use to bridge the waking memory.
This is me. This is my technique. Nobody else teaches that.
Right. So
If
how
you find
exactly?
somebody, tell me,
Yeah. How exactly do we? Sure. So how exactly do we do that? I mean, when you say to bridge it into the waking memory, what?
A dream, in your diary, for example, you put a name for the dream. You call it. So that's another advice I give you. You write the details of your dream, but give it a name. A book that you have read already, you know the story of the book. A movie that you have watched. If I tell you movie Titanic, you know what happened inside. I don't have to tell you. So just the word Titanic will spring out the memory of the movie Titanic. So the same you apply for the dream. So if you don't have to read the whole dream, you just read the name of the dream, and if you can recollect all the memories, you don't have to get yourself tired to read, because in your head you already have the whole storyline. So spend 1 minute going on
to give a title
through the storyline. So you don't have to read. You can close your eyes to help you out withdraw your attention from your surrounding, to focus better on your dream and go through the dream. So my dream started, I forgot who was it shooting. I think it was Robert, shooting to the skies. And then I went so fast and I felt the clouds. Then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I opened my eyes and I felt my body inside the bed. And then it's not my room. I realized, and you keep going on like I'm telling you, but it's all in your mind. You go through with all the details, and I felt my sheets. My sheets were cold, and I stood up, and then I looked around. I looked through the windows, and then I look at the time, and I say, oh, I'm still dreaming. And then I was thinking what I'm gonna do, and you go through it like I'm telling you. That's what you do. You recollect. You talk about it to yourself. Blah 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 blah. But you don't have to talk. It's in your head. Daydreaming. Like you were remembering, oh, I had a nice holiday, and you remember, oh, I was talking to my girlfriend, so we had such nice time, and she told me that joke, and you keep going on, but it is a dream memory. You are pinpointing to the dream memory, so you are activating the region in the dream memory. It's not a memory from your waking state. So this is how I get connected the waking brain to the dreaming brain, because I call it hybrid states. So when we the more hybrid states you have, the better, and hybrid state between waking and dreaming state. So that's the goal.
Right, that's a very nice input. I do keep thinking about my dreams the next day after I have them, especially, if I've had very interesting dreams, I love to keep thinking about that in my mind and replaying the whole thing. But this is a great way of putting it, that we are actually activating our dream memories. It's absolutely
Yes,
great.
yes, and you have seen how it works well until you have so many. It's already boring to write them down, all of them. I'll be honest with you. After a while, I don't write too many. It's too many. It takes hours, if you get. But as a beginner, and especially somebody who doesn't have a lot of details, like Craig reports. Craig says, "Oh, it's very vivid. I have a lot of details, a lot of memories." But some guys don't. So you increase, like you were explaining just now, you increase detail, you increase information, and you increase also lucidity that way. Because by recollecting, you go to the hybrid state. You access dreaming reality from your waking reality. And I call it hybrid state. For me, it is a kind of a hybrid state, even though we don't realize it, but I call it a hybrid state. When we meditate, we go to hybrid state. When we wake up and we practice the techniques I teach you, we practice hybrid state. When we are sleeping and become aware, we are in a hybrid state. It's not a state, it's not a natural state. Usually we are not conscious aware when we are sleeping. So it's a hybrid. So the more hybrids, the better.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's go on. Another 15 minutes to go. Intention, focus, overall practice, and difficult separations. Is it interesting for you guys, or is it too early? I think you guys want to work more on the induction rather than the separation.
Yeah, basic techniques.
Yeah.
Position in bed? No, it's not very interesting.
No, if you can say some words about what we can do in the daytime, because I've been bored a little bit with the reality checks. I mean, I do every hour, and then I just still doesn't come in, in the waking state, in the night state. Then I am checking my hands.
Okay.
So if you can have any good
Okay.
suggestion for that, I am really happy to hear that.
Okay, your first is how you do it. It's not, sometimes it's not about the quantity of reality checks. It's more about how you do them. So you already experienced some lucid dreaming, right?
Yes.
So what you can add into your reality check, picture yourself in the dream state. Don't picture yourself in the, write it down. Yeah, I see you are taking notes here. Picture yourself in the dream state. Fake it. Tell yourself, I'm not in the wake state. I am in the dream state. Picture yourself with the reality check being positive, and what are you going to do? Because if you do reality check, obviously the reality check gonna be negative in your waking time, and you just finish up like that. You will dream about making reality check that is negative, and you go on like that. And then you will be very frustrated. You'll say, shit, for the first time now, I have a reality check in my dream state, and I conclude that is negative. Oh my God, what am I doing wrong? So you need to envision it to be positive, and you need to prepare yourself. What is your next step? So you have a goal, some goals you want to achieve, and that is your next step. Okay? Do not do reality check for the neighbor. It's a meaningful exercise. It is for you. Take them seriously. Okay? If you do them, do them seriously. Don't do them to get rid of them. It's a serious work. Many of guys, alarm, okay, reality check, negative, okay, continue to write something, No. Spend 30 seconds, 1 minute. No, 1 minute is too long. 30 seconds. Spend 30 seconds seriously questioning reality. Seriously.
It's really hard when you think that your consciousness is thinking that what is around in you, this is a reality, and then question that reality, but you be aware of yourself in a present moment.
I know, but I told you the problem if you don't, right? If you practice long enough, it will happen to you where you do reality checks in the dream state, and they come out negative, and you continue like that. It will happen. Or they will be positive, and you still become oblivious. No. That's why you need the techniques, because your lucidity has levels as well. You need to rise your lucidity. Sometimes lucidity rises a little bit, and your reality check is positive, but because your technical background is not prepared for the next action of what do you do. Next action would be deepening to increase lucidity and anchor yourself, and the next action would be achieving some goals that you have prepared. Beginner will be like, oh, I have achieved lucidity, and now I'm getting excited and I wake up, because the technical background is missing. The technicity is fighting the lack of lucidity. You see, if you don't have the technical background, your lack of lucidity will make you wake you up or do unreasonable actions in the dream, because your lucidity is not high enough, and you will be doing things an example, like you open the fridge and something falls from the fridge, and you start to put it back in the fridge. Who cares about fridge, something falling up from the fridge, or you are painting a wall in the dream, and for some reason you became lucid in the dream, and you continue to paint the wall. For what? Nobody cares painting the wall. You see, it's a good example. That's why you need technicality.
Yes.
The moment you have this is the water. You are unconscious. You become conscious a little bit, and then your techniques will make you more conscious. And if you don't have technicality, you become conscious. Okay. You see what I mean? This is where techniques are your friends, and techniques is automatism. You don't have to think about them. You create automatism, and so that's why I say techniques will go under your skin. You need to strive to get techniques under your skin as a beginner. Your fundamental. Okay, so something inside the. So I think we're gonna conclude with Robert. I will give you everything that you can do during the day. So something that many people talk about, but they don't explain very well. It's so some guys talk about all-day awareness. It's something that is very difficult to do. So if you read, maybe you heard about Carlos Castaneda. Okay, so he mentions second attention, and this is something I think related to the all-day awareness. So I can be talking to you and be aware of the timbre and how my voice sounds like. I can be talking to you and be aware of surroundings. I can be talking to you and feel how my brain feels inside the head, and you name it. You can increase and increase and increase and increase. Your awareness can grow, can grow, can grow, and you can nurture that. Instead of going like a robot with your life, with automatism, especially when we drive a car, we learn it well and then we drive like a robot. So you can try to become less robotic, less robotic, more aware and conscious. You can bring more consciousness about yourself. So, but it's a very hard exercise to do it all day. You know, you become like a monk, and you know it takes very little. It takes a phone call to stop it. You know, hello, finish. You know,
Yeah.
or your kids calling you, or your wife tell you, "Are you hungry?" and you are gone. You know. So it's a very hard, but you can try to practice while you wash your dishes, okay? But I will give you another description of that. But you can do it for a shorter time, and this is what this is another hybrid situation, because I have a term for that, my personal term. I call it taking yourself out from the theater. So Carlos Castaneda call it second attention, and I call it taking yourself out of the theater. I have goosebumps when I say that. You cannot see them, but I like that state. It's very very aware and very. It's very rewarding state. It brings you a lot of positive stuff, even in your waking life. How does it? I will try to put many good words to explain it, and you tell me if you understand. So another metaphor, to everybody understand metaphor, right? It's like a comparison.
Yeah.
Is to make an image, to descriptive image about what I try to explain, to convey to you. It's I'm going to the theater to be playing a role in the theater. So I play, I don't know, Hamlet, and I'm playing. I'm one of the actors, okay, and simultaneously, I bought the ticket, and I'm also I'm also spectator. I'm also a visitor. I also come to watch the play at the same time. This is what you want to achieve. Another way of doing it. Imagine I'm sitting here, like that. Another metaphor, and I'm sitting here, and now mentally I take one step backwards, and I'm looking at myself and all of this situation, sitting in front of the laptop, talking to you guys. Sorry, my boys are getting naughty. It's getting late. It's 11 o'clock. They're getting a little bit crazy. So and I take mentally, metaphorically, one step backwards to look at myself, and this is where I have the goosebumps. I separate myself from myself, and we are capable to do this. You know, like Descartes, je pense donc je suis. I think, therefore I am. It's reflecting it's reflecting something like that, where you can be the thinker and the observer of you being the thinker. You are not the thinker. We very often we associate ourselves with the thinking process, but because you are aware of the thinking process, you can quickly understand that you are not the thinking process. The thinking process.
So do you have to? Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Come on, go
on. So do you have to get visualized the things what you are saying? I know what you mean now, but get that picture like in that purpose.
It's not a visualization. It's an action.
Okay.
It's an action. You don't imagine something. You do it. It's an action. Okay, another way. There are many examples, so I'll give you many examples, and hopefully it gets clear to you. Okay, I watch a movie. I watch a movie. 10 minutes pass, 20 minutes pass, 30 minutes, 1 hour pass, and I mean I like the state. I love it. I'm so much in the movie, I forget everything else. The world around me does not exist. I am in the box of the movie. I am with the actors of the movie. You know, like you probably know what I'm talking about. When you are more like a kid, you get absorbed by the movie. You read the book. You are inside the book. Maybe you become one of the main actors inside the book. You are absorbed into it, and all of a sudden you remember what I'm telling you. Oh shit! One step backward. Not only you watch the screen where the movie is playing, but you become aware of everything else. The curtains, the fan, the light. My wife is doing something, my kids are doing something, you know, and you become aware. But your awareness can grow to unlimited, you know, more and more and more aware. And I can hear the cars, and I can, you know, oh shit, I'm be sweating. I'm stinky, but I take a shower, you know. It's almost overwhelming until you have the goosebumps. Wow, I was so absorbed. Come out from the theater. Hybrid situation. Again, you put yourself in a hybrid situation. And in my case, when I do this kind of exercise, I'm shifting to lucid dreams for free. So I do this. If I do it well during the day, just like that, just doing this, and then I have this, oh my God, tonight, I'm sure, you know. And once I said that, I'm, 90% sure that tonight I don't have to do any technique. I will recognize the dream state for the dream state. So this is a technique that is very difficult to teach. You can't teach to guys, oh, do this and then you're gonna have lucid dreams. It's not easy. But it will help you to have another hybrid state. Do you guys understand? Or is it too much?
Okay.
Too cloudy?
You have to practice that.
Yeah, you need to try. You need to try. You need to have your experience. You know. So this is something that you can do during the day. So you talk to your boss, and your boss is giving you some hard time, and you pretend to care, and at the same time you are observing on the situation, your boss, you, pa, and you pretend to play the role, and at the same time you are looking at everything from an external point of view where your emotions are not getting involved. If your emotions are involved, you will be more inside the movie, and then you come out from the movie and it's like goosebumps. Oh, I become external to that. And that helps to raise your lucidity, because in the dream state you will be attracted by so many things to follow, and you gotta be strong not to follow and take deliberate actions. And for that, this kind of exercise is exactly what you need. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, I think we did 3 hours. Yes, I'm listening.
Wow.
Craig, yes.
Oh no, I was just saying, yep, that was good.
Yeah, we did 3 hours minus.
A quick question, Youri.
Yes, Robert. Sure, absolutely.
So during the day, do you have any specific time when you're practicing for example, the visual checks or the reality checks, which is work more than the other daytime? I mean, like if you practice in the morning time till 12 o'clock or till 12 till 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
so is there a specific time?
Yeah, I answer that. Okay. You see, and this again, this is my personal advice. No, you will not find it anywhere else. I'm just giving some more value to me. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You see, I started I was questioning. I had the same question like you, Robert. So I started with doing alarm clocks, like I advised you, because sometime I was working in oil and gas, very challenging, a lot of stress. Even though I tell myself I'm gonna do 10 reality checks, even if I put alarm and I don't do reality checks because I have to finish up my job, So some of you have a job, a daily job, or your life is so breathtaking that you, even if you put alarms, you will not perform very well. You start, it does not matter, it's not the time of the day does not matter. You can do as many as you want, 5, 10 reality checks, 20 reality checks every half an hour. It does not matter. At the end, I ask myself, okay, so what would be even better, in my personal opinion, is to do not have the triggers during the day. I don't like the alarm because I'm not going to dream about the alarm. And because I'm not going to dream about the alarm, hence I will not be triggered. So I don't like to do reality checks by being triggered by an alarm. Some guys say, oh, I'm going to do a reality check every time I open a door. But excuse me, how many doors you open in your dreams? Yes, you open, but it's very rare, Or they do reality checks because they drink water. Yeah, but how many times you drink water in your dreams? No, not many. So it's not a very good trigger to do reality checks. Yeah, you can begin with alarm clocks because you need to start somewhere. And my advice is after a while, remove the alarm clocks and nurture having reality checks for no reason. That will be your ultimate. You do reality checks because you want it. Naturally, for no reason, you start to do reality checks. And if you have a frequency of 10 reality checks for no apparent reasons, I find that's much better than doing reality checks because you saw a carpet or you see a car crash, or you will not see always car crashes. You see what I mean? So for me, doing reality checks for no reason is much better than for a reason. Tell me if I'm wrong somewhere. Use your brain. Tell me if I missed something. But my opinion is like that. Up until today, nobody told me anything. I'm not saying everything I say is the absolute truth. So you can challenge me, but tell me why.
Thank you very much.
But you are welcome. You can thank me by doing this freaking review. That would be a real thank you. Because I'm suffering because of these stupid guys who have nothing to do. Seriously, I think guys have some need to be careful. Some humans have really brain issues.
Yes.
And so I'm suffering on my page. If you can help me to do a review there with 2-3 lines or one line, that would be a real thank you for today. Guys, anything else? Anything, something that something urgent that you couldn't?
You have a lot of information to deal with.
But
So that's good.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes.
I hope you took some notes.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the class, Youri. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, keep in touch. You have my email. Don't hesitate. I always reply emails. Sometimes it takes 2-3 days because I take a break, especially now. Maybe it's gonna take some time, but usually I reply. I try to reply within a day or 2 days or 3 days. I will reply.
That's right.
It will not be lost. I'm not shy as well. You can ask me if you are interested. I can give you my number, my WhatsApp number, and you can message there sometime. Of course, don't disturb me too much, but you can ask me. I know I'm very approachable. So go on, and hope to see some of you in my courses, like Fred. Like this, you really have all the information already compiled. As you can see, there are so many things to say in so little time. But I already took time to record, to make sure I put all the information. And the courses, you can get for $50 now, everything, not even 100. So take opportunity. You have the code until the 1st January. So take time if you want. And yeah, write back to me, give me feedback. Okay, guys,
Sure.
nice to meet you. It was really wonderful. We are already
Thank
already
you.
7 guys. I think
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you
bye.
very much for your time, Youri, and your speech.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much
thank
to
you
you
very
as
much.
well. Thank you. See you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas, Happy New Year. Bye bye.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Joyeux Noël, bonne année.
Joyeux Noël, bonne année. Ciao.
À bientôt.
À bientôt, Fred. Ouais, ouais. Ciao.
Salut Youri, à bientôt. Merci encore.
Salut. Dead cat, finish. Tout taillé.